going to be. He gets away from one tackle. Lefty's still running. Cuts back up. Lefty's still on his feet. Lefty's still on his feet. He's down the sideline. He's headed for pay dirt. Touchdown, Dragons!
To the 2017 Senior Night here at York Institute. At this time, we would like to recognize the following students for their hard work and dedication to York athletics for the past 4 years. First off tonight, beginning with the cheerleaders. Ladies and gentlemen, Maddie Upperman. Maddie is the daughter of Chris and Joni Upperman. Maddie is the captain of the York Institute cheerleading squad. Now, ladies and gentlemen, your York Institute football players. First off, number 1, Heath Rexroth. Heath is the son of Glenn and Marty Rexroth. Also tonight, number 15, Jerry Murdoch. Jerry is the son of Jerry and Ramona Murdoch. Also tonight, number 28, Anthony Murdoch. Anthony is the son of Jerry and Ramona Murdoch. Also with us tonight, number 88, Andrew Murdoch. Andrew is the son of Jerry and Ramona Murdoch. Also with us tonight, number 17, Austin Johnson. Austin is the son of JJ and Lisa Johnson. Also tonight, number 18, Trevor Threet. Trevor is the son of Tony and Treva Threet. Also tonight, number 30, Dawson Threet. Dawson is the son of Jackie Threet and nephew of Glenn and Debbie Lackey. Next up tonight, number 36, Ethan Probst. Ethan is the son of Ross and May Probst and is the 2017 captain of the Dragon football team. Also tonight, number 46, Josiah Headings. Josiah is the grandson of Freddie and Robin Tipton and is the 2017 co-captain of the Dragon football team. Also tonight, number 70, Jarrett Reed. Jarrett is the son of Ryan and Heather Reed. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, please put your hands together for your 2017 senior cheerleaders and football players.
Please bow your head. Our Father,
which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom, power, and glory forever. Amen.
And the colors will now be presented by the York Institute JR Color Guard.
See by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars and through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Ladies and gentlemen, was that awesome or what?
And welcome to York Institute as we're set for football action. Our pregame show brought to you by the good folks at Progressive Savings Bank. Running a little bit late tonight because I had a very special ceremony. As joining me, Tanner Cox. And Tanner, tonight's a huge game for both these teams.
Yes, it is. It's a it's a regional matchup between the York Dragons and the Upperman Bees, and that always raises the stakes. And this is also senior night for York, so I expect them to come out tonight and play with a lot of passion and heart.
Well, we'll take a look at this game, take a look at who else is in action tonight. Hopefully get a chance. We got an interview with Coach Ben Herron a minute ago. We'll hopefully get all that in just a moment. But first, let's take a word from Progressive Savings Bank.
Cheer this year for all our school teams and activities. Get behind our local schools. Join the parent-teachers group and help improve the quality of education. Sponsor school activities. Go to a ball game, hear a concert, reach higher. Progressive Savings Bank, insured by FDIC.
Everything we do, it's true. We do for you.
And back here at York Institute, we're set for football action to get underway here in just a moment. Tanner, these two teams come in here for York. This game's really big. It's their last home game. A win here tonight secures them a playoff spot before they head into 4 straight road games.
Yeah, definitely. Regional games are always more important. Like you said, this gives York the opportunity to clinch a playoff spot, which is always good, knowing you can go into these last games that are on the road and play with more confidence.
And, of course, the thing about it is, too, with both teams 1-1, whoever wins this one tonight's going to be in there and going to most likely have a playoff spot. But that really takes some of the pressure off of you. Like you said, it allows you to play a little freer because, hey, you know you're going to make the playoffs regardless, and the scheduling god's not good to York as they've come up with 4 straight road games.
Yeah, it's always tough for a football team, no matter how good they are, to play 4 road games in a row. And so this would be huge for the Dragons, like you said, to clinch a playoff spot. That way, a lot of the pressure's off of them those 4 games.
Now, Upperman comes in here with a 3-3 overall record. They lost to Cookeville, Smith County, and Livingston. They also beat DeKalb, Cannon, and Cumberland County, as some of those common opponents that York has. Now, last year, Upperman knocked off York 26-6, and now Upperman's won 3 in a row against York, and 6 of the last 8, as York averaged 174 points scored this season. They've scored 174 points. That's 35 points a game, 88 points allowed, and 17.6 average. While Upperman comes in here, they've allowed or scored 131 points, 22 points per game, 159 points allowed, 26.5 per game. Pretty equal stats as far as that goes.
Yeah, it is. I think York, they're a very tough football team, and I think they're going to play with a lot of passion tonight. It's these seniors' last home game here at York, and so I think on that it gives York a little bit of an advantage.
Now, I had a chance to talk with Coach Ben Herron of Upperman, and we'll have that right after this.
Cheer this year for all our school teams and activities. Get behind our local schools. Join the parent-teachers group and help improve the quality of education. Sponsor school activities. Go to a ball game, hear a concert, reach higher. Progressive Savings Bank, insured by FDIC.
Everything we do, it's true. We do for you.
And back here on the Progressive pregame show, as we said, we had a chance to talk with Upperman's head coach, Ben Herron, about tonight's game. This is what he had to say about this huge region contest.
Yeah, very talented team. A lot of experience that's played on both sides of the ball. So, it's going to be a great challenge for us tonight. We're going to have to take care of the football and, really be physical, at the point of attack and really give them a hard time.
You've got 1 win in the region. York's got 1 win. This is a key because 2 wins will probably get you in the playoffs.
2 wins will get us in the playoffs. Barring anything crazy happening, whoever wins tonight's going to go to the playoffs. And, which, biggest thing for, this game, I think it's seeding. I think it's, a battle for second place. And, and between us 3, Squatchy right now, Ben's got the leg up. So, it's going to be a big game, to try to have home field advantage in the playoffs.
Coach, tell us about your team this year, your strengths and weaknesses.
A strength right now has been, offensive line's been pretty good strength for us all year. We've had some injuries the last couple of weeks, but we kind of got everybody healthy, and and our weakness has been killing us is turnovers and put ourselves in bad positions. So hopefully, we can have a turnover-free game tonight and be physical at the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, and hopefully that'll give us a chance to win.
And that was Coach Ben Herron, and he mentioned, Tanner, that his team's had trouble with turnovers. That's something that's hurt York as well.
Yeah, it has, especially in that Coalfield game. That was a big factor, and turned the ball over. And we saw last week where York did a better job of holding on to the football, and they were able to pull out a very good win.
And, of course, this one, as we said, huge because in Region 4-3A, Smith County sets a top 2-0, followed by Sequatchie 1-0, York 1-1. Now, Smith County and Sequatchie playing each other tonight. That should be a good one. Upperman 1-1, Grundy County's 0-1, and Cannon County's 0-2. And you want to be one of those top 2 teams, Tanner, because that gets you a home playoff game.
Yeah, definitely. That would be a huge deal for this York Dragons football team. I know it's been a while since that's happened, and so every game from now on, you have to every region game has to be that much more important.
York's going to win the toss, and they're going to decline to the second half. That's something that mostly common for these teams anymore.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I agree with. Give your defense, who's a strong defense, a chance to take the field first, and that way you'll get the ball in the second half, and you can start building momentum there.
Some other big games of note this week. Wartburg, who York will play next week, is at Cumberland Gap. Sequatchie County is at Smith County. Smith County, the number 7 team in Class AAA. Livingston is hosting DeKalb County. Knight Cannon County is at Grundy. Cumberland County is hosting Meigs County. Number 4, Coalfield is at Midway. Coalfield, number 4 in Class Single A. Number 9 in AA, Oneida, who York beat last week, is hosting Rockwood. And Pickett County hosts Republic. Now, this is Republic's first year of having a football team, and Pickett County's playing tonight, and this might be a chance for Pickett County to pick up their first ever region win. So go Bobcats. As that was a big one out there tonight. But Tanner, this one, as we said, a win here tonight is just going to be, for either team, is going to be a leg up, because that really takes some of the pressure off of you.
Yeah, it does, and this is a huge rivalry game too. Like we were talking on the break earlier, your Upperman's almost become York's biggest rival. I know when I was in school there, I always looked forward to getting to play Upperman every time, and especially getting to beat them. So this is a huge game for the Dragons.
And it's, too, a great chance for York to break that streak. They've lost 3 in a row to them, 6 of the last 8, so they'd love to get a win here tonight. As a matter of fact, the team that's out here tonight has only beaten Upperman one time in the seniors in this class.
Yeah, I mean, Upperman, like you said, has had the upper hand these past few years, but I feel like this year York has the best chance that they have had. They've got a really good football team. It's senior night. They can come out here, play tough, don't turn the ball over, and get the win.
You're going to see a drastic difference in styles tonight. Upperman loves that spread offense. They love to throw the ball around. York, they like to put their heads down and run over people.
Yeah, definitely. We've seen York kind of struggle with the spread a little bit against Coalfield. It puts a lot of pressure on York's cornerbacks, and Smith County is able to put up a lot of points, and so we'll see tonight how those two styles contrast.
And a big thank you to our sponsors for our live broadcast. They are Fentress Farmers Co-op, First Volunteer Bank, Dairy Queen of Jamestown, Mike Cross, Fentress County Executive, State Representative John Mark Wendell, Hall's Family Pharmacy, Jamestown Family Chiropractic, Condition Heating and Cooling, Twin Lakes Telephone, Metathrift, Upper Cumberland Federal Credit Union, Pizza Hut of Jamestown, Jamestown Regional Medical Center, Casey's Frontier Chevrolet, State Representative Kelly Kiesling, State Senator Ken Yeager, and of course our pre- and post-game shows brought to you by Progressive Savings Bank. Our halftime stats by old Ben Franklin Ford in Wartburg, and Friday Night Thunder brought to you by Plateau Pallets and Sawmill out on 62 East. We're ready to kick it off, and the Dragons got Probst back to kick. Probst put a couple in the end zone last week.
Yeah, I mean, if you can do that, that'd be great. Just get the defense out there. Don't give up any big plays.
And here we go. It's senior night kickoff, and this one's going to be a low line drive. Going to take a big hop, taking about the 13-yard line, and got a big return by number 5. He's broken into the open field. He's got Probst to beat. He's headed down into Dragon territory, all the way down to the 37-yard line. And Tanner, that's just exactly what you said you didn't want to happen.
Yeah, you can't get. The reason you defer is to give your defense a chance to go out there and get you the ball back quickly without having to receive the ball first, and that just kind of defeats the purpose of it if you can't stop the first kickoff.
And that was Donovan McAllister, and if you've seen his speed, folks, he is the quarterback. So he not only return guy, he's the quarterback. I think he drove the bus up here, too. As he's going to be up, he's only a sophomore, so this young man's got a lot of years ahead of him. They're going to hand it off up the middle, and that one's going to be stopped for about a 2-yard loss. As coming in, the Dragons just leveled him on that one. Probst, I believe, on the head.
Yeah, Probst made a good play. Him and Cole Cooper both broke through, and I think we'll see a difference in the physicality of York and Upperman tonight. York's a very, very tough football team, and I think we'll see that in the trenches.
And this is pretty much reminiscent of that very first game we saw with Cumberland County, where Cumberland County, every time they got the football, started off with a 2-yard loss, and now Upperman's that way, and it's going to be McAllister back in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. He's looking right now. He's getting a big rush. He's going to have to get out there. He's going to be sacked in the backfield as that is Josiah, the jackhammer, coming up with a drop, and Tanner, they have progressively gone backwards.
Yeah, it's a great play by Josiah there to stay with the quarterback and get the sack, because McAllister rolled to his left and looked at one receiver, and York had him covered, so he just kind of didn't know what to do at that point.
So now it's going to be third down and a whole lot for the Upperman Bees as they got a great kickoff return and now have squandered it.
Yeah, good job by the York defense forcing Upperman back, and now they give themselves a 3rd and 20, I think. Good chance to get off the field.
And they've got 2 split out, or 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Got one of the smallest players I've ever seen over to the right. Now they're going to throw it out, looking deep, and York's got a man out there, going to be incomplete. Good D by the Dragons as that one was played well all the way.
Yeah, it was. He almost had the interception there, Trevor Threet, but nonetheless, it was a very good play and good job by the York Dragon defense.
So now it's going to be 4th down, and if you're the Bees, you go for it earlier, you just go ahead and punt it away.
No, I think you have to punt this because if you go for this 4th and 20, I mean, you give York the ball back at about the 50-yard line. You would give them back at their own 47. So.
And there's not very many calls that's
no
plays it's a 4th and 20.
Maybe run around and throw it up as high as you can.
One of those Hail Marys. Of course, if you're playing Tennessee, that'll work. As now the snap back, it's going to be punted away, but number 36 will get the kick off, and that one's going to angle to the sidelines. And it seems like they don't want York's return guys to get the ball, and they did a great job of coughing corner in that one.
Yeah, it's a pretty good punt there to just get it out of bounds, and now York is pretty deep in their own territory.
But it was a good job by York to regroup after letting that big run back.
Yeah, definitely, because a lot of teams would have got nervous by that. But York's defense came out and did what they had to do and got off the field.
So now it's going to be York with their first possession. Now, last week York did not punt the football. The week before they did not punt the football. We'll see tonight if they can keep that streak going.
That's a pretty amazing streak right there.
So up will come the Dragons now, 1st and 10 at about the 15-yard line. York with their first possession. Lefeview sending Rexroad out wide to the right. Lefeview takes the snap, hands it off to Probst over the left side. Probst got some blockers out in front of him. He's going to get up to about the 18 before he is wrestled down by a host of Bees. That was good pursuit by Upperman.
Yeah, it was. It took about 4 of them to finally drag him to the ground, but like you said, great job by Upperman covering to the football.
So now it's going to be 2nd and about 7 for the Dragons as they get a little bit of breathing room down there. And the Bees, like I said, that was just, I guess, I'm going to have to say it, they swarmed to the tackle. That's the only time I'll use that pun tonight, folks, I promise.
I'm going to hold you to that.
Yeah, you're going to keep him. Yeah, he's keeping score over here. He just took a pen and pencil to round him down. This time they're going to fake it to Probst, and Lefeview's looking to throw. Lefeview's got a man down there. Overthrew Rexroad. As Rexroad had got a couple of the Bees tangled up, and Tanner, had he been able to come up with that one, he had some open real estate.
Yeah, it was a great route there by Rexroad, but Landrick Lefeview just put it too high, and Heath really didn't have a chance on that one.
So now it's going to be 3rd and 7 for the Dragons, deep in their own territory at about the 17-yard line. York would love to get out at least a 1st down and get out of this deep territory. Up will come the Dragons. It'll be Lefeview going under center. Lefeview got a man in motion. That's Probst. He's going to take it out. He's going to throw it out. He's got a man out there just off the tip of Rexroad's fingertips, and that one laid out there. Had he just been just a little bit less, he might have had a good play on that one because Rexroad had some real estate.
Yeah, Lefeview twice, 2 plays in a row, just put a little too much gravy on the biscuit there, and Rexroad wasn't able to come up with it.
And now it's going to be 4th down and 7, and that's going to be the first punt since 3 games ago. So I don't remember who was 3 games ago, but anyway, it's going to be their first punt of the night. And Probst's going to get off a good one. Man, he hung that one up there. We'll shoot some satellite signals off that when it comes down at the 46 of Upperman. Great punt, but Upperman's still got great field position.
Yeah, they do. They got the ball about their own 46-yard line. Let's see if they can make something out of it, because last time their offense was completely wasted by the Dragons.
Yeah, they were level on every play. They lost yardage, I think, on every play on that last one.
Yeah, I believe so.
So now it's 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line. Upperman with the football. Nothing game. We're 9 minutes, 10 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Just underway on this senior night here at York Institute. Back in the shotgun, McAllister, and now York's going to jump. And a couple of the Dragons jumped on that. I don't know if somebody from Upperman flinched or Nope, that's going to be all sides on the Dragons. That'll get 5 yards to the Bees. And there's one of those hallmark moments where you get those 5 freebies. Just send them a thank you card on Monday, as now they are in Dragon territory.
Now York knows that they have to watch for those snap counts tonight because, Upperman used just the double snap count to draw them off sides.
Now, Upperman with number 26, I was talking about him, he's a junior, 5'6", 155 pounds, ain't no way. And now McAllister going to roll out. McAllister on the run. He's going to keep it himself, and he's got some good wheels. He's going to get about 7 and get out of bounds, and that'll be a first down for the Bees.
That was a good run there by McAllister. He's very fast.
We seen that on the kickoff. He brought the kickoff back and had a great return, and now it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Bees at York's 30 or 43-yard line.
This is a really good contrast football teams here with speed and strength.
So York, this time, we'll see the Upperman come up and McAllister back in the shotgun. This spread offense, it's one of those things that seemed to hamper York this year. They've had trouble with this spread offense. And now this time they're going to hand it to the back man. He's going to be, he's going to be a keeper, and he's going to get up to about the 36-yard line. I got balled out on that fake as York leveled the running back, and the quarterback gets about 8 yards on the carry.
That was a very good fake there by the quarterback. He tricked both of us out, so that was a really good fake and a good job by Upperman's offensive line to make some running room.
So now it's going to be 2nd and looks like about, he got 6 on it. They're going to say 2nd and about a long 3.5, we'll call it. As Upperman will come up, it's McAllister back in the shotgun. McAllister with 1 man in the backfield. They'll snap it. McAllister going to run behind that man in the backfield. He's going to cut back inside up over the 30, just inside, right at the 30-yard line is where they're going to mark him. That's going to be enough for another first down for the Bees, and Upperman moving the football now.
Yeah, they are. That quarterback is very fast, and York struggle with quarterbacks that are able to spread it out and run with it, and so York's going to have to adapt this game or else Upperman's offense could do very well.
And now Upperman's quarterback wasn't ready for that snap, and he picks it up off the ground. He's going to try to bring it out, and he's going to be dropped for about a 2-yard loss as Lefew's going to come up with it. And I don't know if the center snapped it too quick or what, but he wasn't expecting that. It hit him in the stomach, and he had to pick it up off the ground and still made a play on it, though.
Yeah, he did, and good job by Lefew, though, making the solo tackle out there, because if he hadn't, there was some green space in front of McAllister, so good job by Lefew finishing the play.
And McAllister gets rolling, folks. He gets that downhill run. He's hard to bring down. McAllister comes up now in the shotgun. Got number 24 behind him. That is Metzger. And he'll drop back. They're going to throw out the little screen, and York almost intercepted it.
Great job by Thomas Cooper there to break up that pass.
Cooper's seen that one. He read that one like a cheap novel, and he was right there for the knockdown.
Yeah, because if he wouldn't have knocked that down, there was a lot of offensive linemen in front of that running back.
And now York has them at 3rd and 12 as Upperman, this is twice they've been down deep in York territory, but have consistently marched backwards as they can't seem to find anything but reverse at this point. McAllister now going to drop back in the shotgun. He's got Metzger beside him. He'll drop back, and you're going to get a big rush on him. They'll throw it downfield, and great catch by the Bees as they got leveled right after the catch. And it's going to be number 2 on the reception. That is Duke Marish. Marish with the reception. It's going to be 1st and goal now for the Bees.
That was a very, very good catch there. Good throw by the quarterback, too, McAllister, but York made the big hit, too, and now they're in scoring range now.
Marish did an excellent job hanging on to that one. Actually, they're not in 1st and goal. They're actually 1st and 10 at the 11, so they can get a first down. As now the quarterback McAllister will keep it. He goes straight ahead, and he's going to be dropped at about the 5-yard. McAllister, they started the season, actually, if I'm not mistaken, Coach Wright told me that Duke Marish was the quarterback when they started the season, and then they moved to McAllister, and McAllister has kept the job from that point on. And I can see why at this point.
Yeah, definitely. He's played very well.
So it's going to be 2nd down and about 5 for the first down, 2nd and 6 for pay dirt. As McAllister will come up. Got 1 man in the backfield. Calling out the plays. Now the snap again. Now the ground. York's going to get the fumble. Great play there by the Dragons, who come out with it.
Josiah had it.
It's the jackhammer. Josiah saw that snap and come up and took it away. And Coach Ben Herron from Upperman is going to have to either talk to his quarterback or his center, because one of them's not carrying the same numbers or the same calls.
Yeah, that was a huge turnover because they were right in scoring position there, so that's a big play for York.
And now York needs to get at least a couple of first downs to get out of this deep territory, as they will come up and hopefully march it down the field, as they've got 1st and 10, and they'll take the snap, hand it off. I know it's going to be this time Probst over the right side, and Probst going to get that first down as he gets up to the 23.
And a flag. I think it might have been. I think it was a face mask on Upperman.
Is either face mask or a horse collar one on him, because the guy had his hands up around his neck. Unless he's out on a date, that's not permitted. As we'll see now what they call as the officials step up. Personal foul, horse collar. And that'll give York, that'll get York way out of deep territory.
Yeah, definitely. That was a huge penalty, an extra 15 yards on a run, on an already big run by Probst.
Now, we've seen penalties this year. If you talk about penalties, penalties really hurt York in that Smith County game. That's something you don't want to have. That's almost as bad as those turnovers.
Yeah, definitely. When you have an offense like York, penalties absolutely kill you. You can't afford 2nd and long or 3rd and long situations.
And now Lefevue will come up. He's got a man in motion. Going to hand it over to Rexroth, left side. Rexroth cuts through. He's got some running room. Cuts back inside. Got the first down. He's into B territory all the way down the 45-yard line. Good hard running by Rexroth.
Yeah, definitely. Good job by the offensive line, just creating a hole, and Rexroth just burst through it.
York got a first down, and now York first time into B territory.
Yeah, well, another offense just needs to finish the drive.
York looking for their first score of the night. We got 5:53. Forgot to tell you how much time's left, folks. No score in the game. So we will have York come back up. 1st and 10 at the 45 or 44 of the Bees. Snap. They'll have a little bit of congestion there. Now Lefue's going to get dropped, and that was that play looked bad from the start, Tanner, as they dropped him back for about a 4-yard loss.
Yeah, I don't think York really knew what was going on that. That was a busted play, and good job not to turn the ball over or something like that. But nonetheless, it creates a 2nd and long situation. That's what York's offense doesn't need to be in.
That was a bigger traffic jam you have at York Institute at 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
And now it's going to be coming up is you got I believe it's Street in the backfield now. And this time they're going to hand over Probst, right side. Probst going to get through the first wave, drives through the second wave all the way up to the 40-yard line, and that's just the beast being the beast as he gets about 8 or 9 on the carry.
Yeah, he carried a couple Upperman defenders about 5 yards on that one, so good run by Probst to make it a 3rd and manageable situation.
Back in comes Cooper. Now, this is one of those situations where they like to hand it off that fullback going right up the middle.
Yeah, they do, and Upperman, they haven't proved that they can stop the run up the middle yet. And I think on that first drive, York got a little too cute, but this drive they've kind of reverted back to their offense.
This time they're going to hand it over to Rexroth, though, and he's going to try to bounce out the left side. He's going to get around the outside, but he's not going to get enough for that first down, as he's going to be knocked down about 3.5 yards short. Great pursuit by the Bees. Bees not great big, but they're very quick.
Yeah, they are. Like I said, it's a battle between strength and speed here tonight, and right now it's looking to be a pretty even battle.
Do you look punt here, or do you look go for it here at this point?
I go for it here. I mean, you got the ball 38-yard line. If worst thing comes to worst and Upperman gets the ball, I have faith in York's defense to stop them.
So York will come up now with a 4th and about 5 for the first down. Now would be a good time for a hard count. See if the Bees get a little antsy. And they look a little antsy as they're going to pitch it out to Probst. This time, Probst's going to duck his head. He's going to run over some people. Gets ended up to the 30-yard line, but he's going to get that first down. And that was an Upperman beat. That was the tackle you got to do with Probst. You got to go low and just hope he doesn't lower that shoulder and knock you out.
Yeah, definitely. Probst still kind of managed to jump over the defender, but they brought him down. But great job by Probst getting the first down.
3:50 left to go in this first scoreless quarter as York with the football. They're marching now. They're at the 1st and 10, just at about the 30.5-yard line of Upperman. Up will come the Dragons. Lefevue Got Probst in motion. Going to fake it to Probst, give it off to Rexroad, and Rexroad cuts back inside, and the Bees was waiting on that one. They chop him down after about a yard gain.
It's a good job by the Upperman defense staying disciplined and making a quick tackle.
So now it's going to be 2nd and 9 for the Dragons, and you mentioned it. That's just what York does and wants 2nd and 3rd and long.
Yeah, that's because this offense is made to just grind it out, tire down the defense, and then eventually something will bust through. But it's hard when you are forced into passing situations.
So up now will come Lefevue. He's got a man in motion. He's going to hand it over left side this time, and he's breaking the tackle, getting loose, still on his feet, rambling down to about the 26-yard line was the Dragons' Austin Johnson, and Johnson with a good carry.
Yeah, he showed a lot of individual effort on that one there, just making something out of nothing.
So now it's going to be 3rd and 5, and you're about the same situation they were a few minutes ago.
Yeah, I think we might see a little rollout and pass right here.
Either that or that they may go that pitch back to Probst again. If I've got Probst headed downhill, I'm going to
I would place my bet on that.
Yeah, one of those two. I'm looking for one of those two. Maybe even they accept that little screen. They ran that screen really well against Smith County. That would be a good opportunity for this. And now they're going to take it. And this time, Lefevue's going to keep it, and that is going to be. He gets away from one tackle. Lefevue's still running. Cuts back up. Lefevue's still on his feet. Lefevue's still on his feet. He's down the sideline. He's headed for pay there. Touchdown, Dragons!
Oh, my goodness. That is one of the best plays I've seen all season by the Dragons. Landrick Lefevue broke 4 or 5 tackles and then got racing down the sidelines and got a touchdown.
I think the Upperman Beast thought the first guy had him. The rest of them just quit.
That looked like a Johnny Manziel play right there.
So now it's going to be the Dragons on top 6-0 with $1:58 left to go here in the first quarter. And they'll try to add it on. Here's Johan. Johan's kick is up. Johan's kick is good. And the Dragons on senior night with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter lead it 7.
It's football time on the mountain. At Progressive Savings Bank, we know running your small business is a lot like coaching a team. You call the plays that drive your business towards success, and we're your #1 fan. After all, you provide the products, the services, and jobs that keep our
Hey y'all, it's time to stop driving junk. Sharice here from Casey's Frontier Chevrolet. I'm sick of clunkers junking up our streets, so I'm on a mission to help you recover from your old ride. You could drive away for just $5 down. Has your credit been affected by bad judgment in the past? My For the People credit approval process is your road to recovery. You could drive home in a nicer, newer ride for just $5 down. I'm Sharice Sells, and I'm the dealer for the people. Visit us at CaseyChevy.com or see us at Casey's Frontier Chevrolet, the dealership in the cow pasture.
Credit at $5 down. Require bank credit approval.
Back here, York, where York with Tanner, if you see this on the video, this like you said, one of the best plays of the season so far.
Yeah, definitely. That was a great run by Lefevue to just break a few tackles and get that in the end zone. That was an amazing play.
Now we're back to kicking off again, and this time Johan's going to kick off this time instead of Probst. If you're Johan, do you try to hit one of the up men and keep it away from McAllister?
Yeah, I think that's what he might do here.
As we'll see what he does on the play as he comes up. York on top now 7-0. $1:58 left to go here in quarter number 1. And he's going to come up on it and kick it deep again. And that was going to hit and take a funny bounce, but number 11 will come up with it. He's bringing it up the outside. He cuts back inside. Hit. Oh, and then he is leveled. As Landrick Lefevue said, this is how you do it. He knocks him out.
That's a hit right there.
Number 11 is Logan Cole, and Logan... He felt like he got hit by a cold train or a cold truck on that one as he got drilled back there.
Yeah, he'll be feeling that one on the ride home tonight.
Yeah, I said, you don't need to stop and get him nothing to eat tonight. He just had the taste knocked out of his mouth. We got 24. He's on the 24-yard line. Going to be 1st and 10 for the Bees. And they shell-shocked last time. You can bet the center's going to be a little bit more hesitant about that snap count.
Yeah, definitely.
And now he goes back. McAllister's got a man in motion. They're going to get it back to McAllister. He's going to roll to his right. He's going to throw it downfield. Got a man out there, and they got a reception. That's about an 11-yard gain. Good catch that time by the Bees. And York got him down quickly, but that was a good-looking throw for McAllister to be on the run.
Yeah, it's a very good throw. He just put it only where the receiver could catch it. And that's a good catch there by the receiver.
I didn't get the number of the receiver, but that was a good catch there. And it's going to be 1st and 10 now at the 35-yard line for Upperman. their own 35, as they've got a long way to go to get to the York end of the field, as now it's going to be back McAllister in the shotgun. Got 2 to the right, 2 to the left. They're going to hand it on. No, he's going to keep it himself. McAllister over the right side. He gets through, gets about 8 before he's brought down, as coming up to knock him down was Johnson. But McAllister got a quick first step.
He did, man. He's fast, and it's a good thing Johnson made that tackle, because standing here it's about even, and there was nobody else.
Yeah, he was the last line of hope for the Dragons, and he brought him down and makes it 2nd and 1 as he picks up 9. And McAllister, in basketball, you call that first step. That'd definitely be a great first step in basketball. If you can dribble the ball and make that first step, you're going to get a lot of baskets. And this time McAllister gets a lot of yards because he's got that great, quick first step.
And we're seeing this Upperman offense moving the ball on York.
And now they'll snap it back to McAllister. McAllister looking. He's going to be throwing deep. Can he get a man out there? Not diving number 11. No, he cannot come up with it. But he led him perfect, and he had another step. He would have had that one, Tanner.
Yeah, that was a very impressive throw, because he put that right, just a couple inches probably further than the receiver could have caught it. But that's a great throw.
And that's one of those calls Coach Heron does a whole lot. If he's got 2nd and short, he'll try to burn you deep, and that's what he did there again. And now he's got 3rd and short, so he can bang it straight ahead this time with McAllister. And then they've got Metzger in the backfield as well. Don't see Metzger carry the ball a whole lot. Snap, and they keep it McAllister. He's got to keep it himself. He breaks a tackle. He's down and gets tripped up at the 40-yard line, and he's going to be brought down. And now a couple of Dragons players tangled up as Threet and the big guy from Upperman tangled up there, hit the ground.
That was it was like that play earlier. I don't know if it was Threet or Johnson that took him down, but if they wouldn't have, that'd have been 6 for Upperman.
So now the Bees are in York territory. They're down to the 41-yard line. Going to be probably the last play of the first quarter. As McAllister takes the handoff to Metzger. Metzger goes straight ahead, and he is stopped after about a 2-yard gain. And Metzger, you can tell by just the way he takes the football and ducks his head, he's looking for contact.
Yeah, definitely, but problem is that the York defensive line's a lot bigger than him, so that ain't worked out so good for him so far.
Yeah, he might want to get his head up and look around a little bit.
Yeah.
He might get one of those Chicago Bear hits if he's not careful on that one. That's going to be the end of the first quarter. We're 3-1. York leads it 7-0.
Dr. William Allen at Jamestown Family Chiropractic has been providing chiropractic care for many years. From injuries, skeletal misalignments to balance and posture, Dr. Allen knows that chiropractic care can improve the equestrian's overall wellness. Whether it's work or hobby, Jamestown Family Chiropractic can help you to establish and maintain a healthy, pain-free lifestyle. Call them today at 879-8931.
At MetaThrift Pharmacy, most of our prescriptions are picked up in the store or at our convenient drive-thru. Hello, I'm Rayla Vaughn, and if you're not able to get to the pharmacy, it would be our pleasure to provide free delivery directly to your home or business. If you can't make it to us, we'll come to you. It's just one more way to provide you with the best service possible at MetaThrift Pharmacy, 346 West Central Avenue.
Back here for quarter number 2. Well, I got a minute. I want to say a big hey to Aiden Johnson. Aiden come over tonight and got to meet Aiden. He come to the football game, and the only person he wanted to meet was me. I'm not sure on that what that says, but glad to meet you, Aiden. Hope you are having a great time here at the football game. Now York, Tanner, got to make a stop here. They outplayed Upperman pretty much for the most part. It was the time of possession pretty much even. As far as yardage, pretty much even. And we got a 7-0 score, so it's pretty much what we expect.
Yeah, that turnover was the big difference in that first quarter. Upperman turned the ball over at York's 6-yard line. That was huge.
McAllister now, number 11. He must have had an early date or something.
Yeah, he took off. They didn't even snap the ball there. He was raring to go.
He must be a brother to the center. That's Logan Cole jumping off sides, false start, and that's going to back him up a nickel, and that'll be 5 freebies for York, because that backs him up, makes it second and about 13. But Upperman, with that spread offense, 2nd and 13, not quite as big a deal as it is with that wing tee.
No, it's not. The spread offense gives you a lot more chances for big plays, but a lot of times if you don't get that big play, your offense can go into a stalemate.
So back in the shotgun goes McAllister. He takes a snap. He's going to roll to his left, looking. York chasing. Now he's just going to have to throw it in the crowd, and I think one of the York cheerleaders was wide open over there.
It was a great pursuit there by York's linebackers, Headings and Lefevue to break through and chase after the quarterback.
I think maybe he was throwing it to William Bilbrey over there. He's running the sound system over there. William was wide open. I got to give him that. As it's going to be 3rd down and long now. And for Upperman, this is big. Upperman seems to get some momentum and then something bad play or two, and next thing you know that they're stalled again.
Yeah, this is a huge play for Upperman here, and if they can't get this, I don't really know if they'll go for it or not.
So now it's going to be back to McAllister. He's waiting. York's got to get some rush on him. Now they get a late rush, but wide open and a great reception. The 32-yard line was number 2, Marish. As Marish with a big reception, but I don't know if he got enough for the first down.
I think he's going to be about a yard short, Gary.
Yeah, judging from where I'm looking at, and we're close to it. I think it's going to be 4th down and 1, and I'm sure they'll go for it on this one.
Yeah, I think you have
Well, they're going to say 4th and 2, so it wasn't as close as I thought, but it's going to be 4th down and 2 now for the Bees.
Not a very generous spot there either.
No. Have official walking at a horizontal, not horizontal, but vertical, I believe, on that one. So a good break for York, as now it's 4th and 2. Big stand for the Dragons here with 11 minutes to go in the first half. And it's McAllister. He'll hand it off. No, he'll keep it himself, and he's headed up the right side, and he gets past one. He's all the way down to the 18-yard line. And that one, Tanner, just another great fake as York bid on it.
It was. He puts that football into the running back's gut and then pulls it out. But once again, full the York defense, and York's linebackers keep their eyes committed on the ball and not on the running back.
And now it's going to be 1st and 10 at the Dragons' 17-yard line as the Bees are in the red zone now. This may be another of those games that whoever's got the ball at the end of the game may be the one with the advantage. As Upperman going to come up now, and it's going to be back in his shotgun goes McAllister. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Got Metzger in the backfield. And McAllister again. McAllister on the keeper. McAllister met number 11, Landrick Lefevue. Quarterback met quarterback. And I talked about the one not having to eat that tonight. McAllister's definitely going to have to eat tonight because he just got rocked. His dentist may be getting a call on Monday.
I'd be willing to say that Lefevue won the quarterback battle on that one.
No doubt, as he absolutely leveled McAllister on that one at the 15-yard line. That's going to make it 2nd and 8 for the Dragons, and that was one of the best stops on McAllister on the night. As they'll get the snap, they'll fake to Metzger, and there goes McAllister again. He's running, but he's going to be dropped. The Dragons with another sack back to the 16-yard line, and that one's Ethan Probst, I believe.
Yeah, great job by the entire Dragons defensive line getting pressure, though. There was purple bodies all around him.
That time, Henning got in the backfield and made him go forward. When he did, there Probst was just waiting on him. So now it's going to be 3rd and 9 for the Bees.
This is a big play here for the Dragons defense.
You know the Bees are going to, it's 2-down territory for the Bees. I haven't seen any of their scores, but their scores don't indicate a lot of field goals. As McAllister back in the shotgun now. McAllister gets the snap. Fakes it, Metzger goes right up the middle, and this time the Dragons play it well as he gets a couple before he's brought down. And there's Ethan Probst, and Ethan Probst starting to spy him now, Tanner.
Yeah, he is, and that's a good adjustment there by the York coaching staff, putting somebody like Probst on him, because now that really changes the course of the Upperman offense.
Well, I know more has said they don't kick field goals, and it looks like they're going to bring in another unit completely in.
Looks like they are going to kick the field goal. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's a good call, or odd call in high school football. You don't see a lot of this. It's going to be about a 31-yarder.
It's pretty good range for a high school kicker.
And that is Chandler Street going back to kick it. York looking, showing they're going to go for it. Snap back, it's held down, and its kick is up, and the kick is good, as that one a 31-yarder by Chandler, and it's now a 7-3 York lead with 8:24 to go in the staff.
Pizza Hut knows what every man, woman, and child wants. The best deal in delivery. And Pizza Hut has a large 2-topping oven-hot pizza for just $7.99 when you order online. It's the best pizza delivery deal. And now you can earn points on your order when you join Hut Rewards. It's that easy. Order online today from pizzahut.com and start earning those points. Because no one out-pizzas the Hut. Restrictions apply. See details at pizzahut.com/Hut Rewards. Click for this offer. Delivery minimums and fees may apply. Additional charge for extra cheese, stuffed crust, and additional toppings. Product availability, prices, participation, and delivery areas may vary. The delivery charge is not a driver tip.
Well, the Upperman Bees settled for a 31-yard field goal and have cut it down to a 7-3 ball game. And Tanner, we saw with that one with Chandler Street. He absolutely drilled that one, and he could have got that one from quite a bit more distance.
Yeah, he probably could have kicked that one from 40, 45 possibly and got it in. So good job there by the Dragons defense, though, making the stop and forcing Upperman to kick that field goal.
And the thing about it is that's something you can put in their memory banks as well, because it gets down close to the end. Upperman may go for a long field goal.
I want to see if this kicker boots it in the end zone now.
As now up will come Street. Street gets ready.
My goodness, he walked back about 20 yards from the football.
Let's hope he don't have to run anybody down. He's going to be wore out by the time he gets up to the football to kick it. And Street will come up on it and will punt it or kick it away, and that's going to be at about the 6-yard line taken by the Dragons, and they'll come straight up the field. Got some running room. There goes out of the left side. Still on his feet. Head down the sideline all the way down to the about 18-yard line. A great return by the Dragons, Thomas Miller.
We got
a rag on the field, and that's usually a block in the back area.
Yeah, I seen the ref throw it right as he was running down the field.
Now they're going to call holding, so that's a killer.
That's a big penalty right there.
That's one of those you hate to see, too. You hope it was one of the players that helped break the tackle or helped break him open, not somebody that just was away from the play making a holding call.
Yeah, I didn't see exactly where it was, but I saw him run. I seen the flag flying there, so.
Okay, that's going to back it up as it's going to be called right about the 35-yard line, so that's going to put them all the way back to the 25. So that negates a great run back by Miller. And Miller called that one, and he just went right up the gut with it. And Upperman doing that matador tackling where they was wave their arm in yellow lay.
Yeah, that was Miller showed his speed on that one, though. He flew through that.
So now York's got a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line, and tough penalty on York.
That's one of those bad morale plays, too. It really sucks the life out of a football team to see a huge play brought back by a flag.
So now it's going to be 1st and 10 Dragons as up will come Lefevue under center. Got a man in motion to Rexroad. He's going to hand out for Rexroad. He's going to try to skirt the outside, and he's going to be hit. And good pursuit that time. He got a couple of yards, but good pursuit by the Bees. As the big guy down there, that is number 4. He did a great job on pursuit that time.
Yeah, he did. Because there's some running room had he not taken him down, but I think he looked like from here he about popped that football out too, and Rexroad had to put 2 hands on it. So good job by Rexroad holding on to the football.
If we were playing Clue, we'd say the Butler did it, as that was Eli Butler with the tackle, and now it's going to be 2nd and about 7 for the Dragons. Got Probst in motion. They're in there with Probst. Right side, Probst has got ahead of steam. He stepped to the 40, 45, up to the 50, and Briley brought down the 46 of Upperman. And the guys from Upperman, Tanner had to think the fair was in town because there was a couple of them went for a ride on that one.
Yeah, and Upperman really loaded up the middle of that offensive line there on that play. And good job by the York offense getting that pitch out to Probst, and he made it worth it.
So it's 1st and 10 now for the Upperman B, or for the Dragons in Upperman B territory. They're at the 46-yard line of Upperman. And Probst on this senior night, one of the seniors for the Dragons, having a great night. And now he's going to split out wide along with Lathan Drake to the left side. And they're going to throw it out quickly to Probst. And Probst got ahead of steam again. Gets hit, and good tackle that time by number 80 as he brought him down right at the 40-yard line. And that was a good open field tackle by Jake Duchess.
Yeah, that was a very good tackle because he was really the only man. That was a great solo tackle. You don't see solo people take Probst down often.
That's true. Usually if it's a one-on-one, Probst is going to win the battle. As now Threet's going to come in and Cooper will come out. Going to be second and about 3 for the Dragons. They're at the 40 of Upperman. And up will come Lefeview under center. Got Probst in motion, fakes it off to Threaton. It's going to be Lefeview keeping it on the right side. He spins, taken down and dropped at about the 26-yard line.
We got a flag on the play.
And that one's, I'm going to say in the territory of holding there. Be my call on the play, but I'm not sure either that or maybe a chop block. We'll see what the official says here. And York's backing up, so that's not a good sign. As that's going to back him up, and let's see what the official says here. Holding. Usually if the flag's thrown in that area, it's either holding or somebody chop blocks somebody. That's going to back York up, and that's going to make it second down and about 8. So it could be a lot worse. The Dragons still can only need 8. And it will be, bringing it up will be Lefeview. Got his guy split out wide to the left this time. And now rolling out will be Lefeview. Lefeview to the left side. He's going to throw his guy deep. He's looking for his man out there. Almost caught by Drake. Drake come back. That one went right through the hands of one of the Bees, and Drake almost made a great play at it.
Yeah, had Lefeview put a little more arm on that one, Drake would have had a touchdown, but Landrick, he's thrown 2 over and 1 under so far, so let's hope he can start putting them in the pocket of the receiver.
So now it's going to be third down and 8 for the Dragons with 5:57 left to go here in quarter number 2, headed toward halftime. Don't forget our halftime stats brought to you by Old Ben Franklin Ford. Fords are cheaper in the country, folks. And we got a timeout call by York. York wants a quick timeout, so timeout on the field, and we'll take a break with them as York leads it 7-3.
It's that time of the year again when temperature is dropping and folks are enjoying the crisp air. This means it's also time to schedule your fall maintenance. Before you ask your poor furnace to keep you warm all winter long, let our technicians come tune up your system for maximum performance. Call Condition Heating and Cooling, your Carrier factory authorized dealer, to save the most energy dollars all winter. Carrier, turn to the experts.
Conditioned heating and cooling.
Coach Derwin Wright saw something, Tanner, he did not like on that one as he ran down the field to call timeout before they snapped it.
Yeah, and that's definitely fine. I mean, you got 3 timeouts a half, and you might as well use them, especially in a play as big as this play is going to be.
Yeah, you'd like to go win up a couple of scores and then get the football to start that second half, and that's what York will have if they can punch it in here.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think York will punt this if they don't get it, unless it's close. If it's close, they'll go for it. But if it's just an incomplete pass or something, I think they'll punt it and try to pin Upperman deep.
Well, let's see what Lefeview does this time. He's got Lathan Drake over here to the left side.
Only one receiver.
This is where they like to go up the middle with Cole Cooper, but now we see Upperman jumping on it, and this time they're going to throw it out to Rexroad. He tries to get out to the left side. He's still on his feet, cuts back in, and still on his feet, breaks another tackle, still on his feet. He's going to outrun the defense all the way for a touchdown, Dragons.
Great play call by York there, and just great blocking, and just amazing job by Rexroad there to break 3 or 4 tackles and just blow away everybody and get to the end zone.
A 44-yard run by Rexroad, and that's just what the doctor ordered as York goes up now 13-3.
That was a huge run by Rexroad.
And with this kicker from Upperman, these extra points become really crucial as well.
Yeah, they do, because you know that's not going to be an issue for Upperman.
And the extra point is up. The extra point by Johan is good, and the Dragons lead it 14-3 with 5:43 to go in the first half.
Speed limit 55. Right turn only. Exit here. With some signs, it's clear what you're supposed to do. But heart attack warning signs aren't always this obvious. They can feel like arm pain, nausea, dizziness, shortness of breath, fatigue. If you experience the warning signs, call 911 and know that at Tenova Healthcare, we're here to help when you need us.
Well, the York Dragons with another great run, and Tanner, what can you say? York has got some highlight runs in these first half here.
Yeah, definitely. Both touchdowns have been just amazing plays there, and that one by Heath Rexroth, the senior, and that's a great way if you're York to kind of burst out of this slump you've been in for the past quarter.
And that also gets York back a little of that momentum they lost from that big penalty on the Miller return.
Yeah, definitely, because that penalty and then another holding penalty really deflated that drive, but then Rexroth made a huge play.
And now it's going to be a little squib kick by Probst. That one's going to go out of bounds, and the Bees will have it at, I think, the 35-yard line as it's going to go out of bounds, and that will be a delay of game. York just trying to keep it away from McAllister, I believe, on that one, Tanner.
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad strategy at all. McAllister's the best player that Upperman has from what I've seen so far tonight, and if you can keep the ball out of his hands, then that's good.
And, of course, we saw him almost break that one to start the ball game.
Yeah, that was a good run back, and he just has that next-level speed that gives anybody trouble.
And now McAllister will go back in the shotgun. Got Metzger in the backfield with him. York leads it 14-3. 5:43 left to go here in the first half. They'll hand it off up the middle, and that's going nowhere as Metzger is met by a group of Dragons and driven back. He may have got a yard or two, but he paid for it.
Yeah, good job by the Dragons defense. That running back I don't think he's got more than 5 yards on the night total, so good job there by the Dragons.
Well, in the first quarter, let's see, he had did not have any yards rushing in the first quarter. So he's not had a whole lot here in the second either, as he's been pretty much McAllister, a one-man band for the Bees. Snap back to McAllister. He's looking. Now he's going to get rushed out by Probst, and there's Lefevue to level him. And if I'm McAllister, I'm getting up and saying, hey, bro, we're both quarterbacks. Cut me some slack.
Yeah, McAllister's taking some shots tonight. He's not a really big guy. You wonder how much that's wearing on him because right there he didn't show his usual burst, and he got drilled.
And good job by Probst to flush him out and cause him to run, and then Lefevue leveled him. Now it's 3rd and 11 for the Bees, begging for the Dragons. Snap back, and he'll roll out. Probst has got to run. Probst is going to hit him and drop him. And Probst got him high, and I believe that was that Cooper that got him low, and they take him out.
Yeah, and then Probst just kind of slammed him down at the end, but, man, he ran right by that right tackle. That right tackle stood no chance against Probst.
Yeah, that right tackle, he had the best seat in the house. He should pay admission after watching that one. And now it's going to be Street to punt it away. 4 minutes left to go here in quarter number 2. Snap back, and the punt is up, and it's going to be right at Lathan Drake over about the 44. Lathan's going to run over, get up to the 50, but good return by Drake. And the littlest man on the field for Upperman brought Drake down that time. Number 26, folks, we talked about him earlier. They say he's 5'6" and 155 pounds.
Maybe soaking wet with holding a couple bricks.
Yeah, maybe, because he's a very small young player, but he evidently likes to hit people because he come up and put a hit on Drake that time. Now it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Dragons, and the chain crew going the wrong direction. And now they'll get it straightened back up. 1st and 10 as Dragons just inside the Bees territory. They would love to punch it in right before halftime and get the ball back to start the second half, but it's going to be Lefevue on the keeper. Lefevue comes around left side. He's got some tripped up. Last man had a chance at him, brings him down the 34-yard line, and coming up making a shoestring tackle was the Butler, Eli Butler, and he tackles him, and he saved a touchdown there.
Yeah, he did. That was a great ankle tackle because Lefevue about broke that for a touchdown.
Lefevue already has 1 touchdown. Rexroth has a touchdown. And now Dawson Threet will come back in. And the Bees now kind of got their backs against the wall. They really don't want to go down 3 scores going into halftime.
I don't think York's ran that just straight up the middle run so far tonight.
Haven't seen it as now it's going to be Lefevue under center. Got a man in motion. It's going to be Probst. Probst bounces out the right side. Still on his feet. Still on his feet. Breaks the tackle. Pushes it up. He's going to have another first down as he gets it all the way down to looks like about the 19-yard line.
I tell you, Gary, York just has the best collection of running backs I've seen. They've got speed, and Rexrode and Miller, and they've got Power and Cooper and Probst, and it's just hard to stop if you're a defense. Just play after play.
After the game was over the other night, I was listening to Coach from Oneida, and he was talking about York, and he said he cannot believe this team had lost 2 games this year, because he said this was the best team they had seen all year, and they're the number 8 team in Class AA, folks. They played some good teams, and York just hammered them. And now Leffie's going to come up. Leffie, losing the football, and the Bees are going to come up with it.
What in the world happened there, Gary? I mean, he just looks like he just kind of threw the football forward. I don't know.
It looked like I thought maybe he and Cooper collided, but I'm not sure. I didn't even see it. I just seen the ball squirt free, and Upperman picks it up.
I think you might be right on that one. I think he might have collided.
And so now it's going to be Upperman with a chance to bring it down the field, and that's something they would love to get some momentum headed into halftime.
Yeah, if Upperman can make this a 14-10 game, going in, like you said, that's a big deal, even though York does get the football first in the second half.
And we mentioned, too, if they can get a long field goal, they're 1 score down with scoring a 2-point conversion. So with the kicker they've got, that's not out of the question either.
No, definitely not.
Up will come the Bees.
Bees got to prove that they can finish drives, because they haven't been able to so far.
And now it's going to be fake to Metzger and a throw down the field. They got a man out there going up, and making the great play at the end was York's Lathan Drake, as Lathan just put his arms up and got a piece of the ball.
Yeah, it was really good coverage there to knock that ball away, because that was a really good throw, but your defensive back made the play.
And now they're going to bring in Andrew Murdoch, as Murdoch got a little more size. Will come in for Cade Brandon at one of the outside linebacker positions. Murdoch with that good size. And the Bees getting ready. 2:39 left to go here in the first half. York up 14-3. And the Bees with the football after the York turnover. And now the Bees got a man in motion. They'll take the snap. Roland's McAllister. Rolling, running for his life. Now he throws it out of bounds.
Another great pursuit there by the Dragons' defensive line.
York's getting the guys in the backfield, and like he's always said, Confucius could have even said, if you can't throw the football if you're laying on your back. So that's York right now is putting the heat on McAllister.
Yeah, as the game goes on, York's defensive line is just taking over. Upperman's offensive line haven't blocked anybody the past few plays.
And now in this place with the Bees, I might try that little screen pass they tried earlier. They had York knocked it down, had Miller not knocked it down. They had a lot of room on that one.
Mm-hmm.
And with York's pursuit, that's a great way to beat the pursuit, is use that little screen pass. They're going to fake it off. Now they're going to hand it off. And running is the back. He's going to get up to the 25, nowhere near the first down. As I don't know that call. I guess they thought they could catch York on the blitz and they'd be able to stop them. But now York wants a timeout. They want to keep some time on the clock, as we've got 2:18 left to go here in the first half. It's 14-3, York.
Whether you're competing on the athletic field or working hard in the classroom, remember you have the support of First Volunteer Bank, the bank with personality. We're behind you 100% of the way. Good luck to all the area teams. Play tough and play fair. And remember, when it comes to helping you with your banking needs, we're First Volunteer Bank, the bank with personality. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And now over and over, it's First Volunteer for you.
And back here where York now with a 14-3 lead, and York took that quick timeout, Tanner, as they want to set something up, try to get another score before halftime and go in with a 3-possession lead.
Yeah, definitely. That'd be huge for this York offense, and that's a good time out there to preserve time. And Upperman has their offense out.
Yeah, Upperman's showing offense as York was back to, again, that's something they like to do, and they may try to get York to jump. And can't get now. They're going to call timeout. That's why they were hard counting that one, hoping York would give them 5 free ones, but ain't going to happen as York disciplined on that one. 2:18 to go. Upperman takes a timeout.
Keeping your family and your home safe should be a no-brainer. Let Twin Lakes Security take away the worry so you can focus on more important things like making memories with your family and friends. Twin Lakes Security offers video surveillance, burglary monitoring service, fire and smoke detectors, smart home technology, and much more. Twin Lakes Security makes security simple. What are you waiting for? Call us to schedule a free consultation today. For more information, visit one of our 7 local offices or visit us online at twlakes.coop.
T insert number C-0026.
Well, York didn't jump, Tanner. York way too disciplined for that. I'm sure Coach Derwin Wright said do not jump.
Yeah, I would feel sorry for any York player that did jump right there because Coach Wright might have been on the field before they had the chance to get over the sideline.
So now dropping back will be Drake and Rexroth. York would love to get a good return here. Now they fake it, and they're going to throw it out. Got a man out there. They're going to get the first down. Good fake by Coach Ben Herron, and that's going to get them all the way up to the 39-yard line. And Ben Herron rolling the dice there.
That's a gutsy call, but I like it. I mean, if you're Upperman, you're on the road, and you got a chance to get points here. That's a good call and good execution, though.
And more importantly, they keep the ball out of the hands of York the way they're moving the football.
Yeah, definitely. But Upperman's offense has got to prove they can do something because their offense has been absolutely stalled these past few possessions.
Well, now they got a new set of downs as McAllister will step back there. They'll snap it back to McAllister. He'll look. He'll dump it off. And they got a man out there. He's going to break a tackle. Gets up and gets about to the 50-yard line. A little over the 50, just over the 50. Enough for the first down before he's chopped down. But that was a good setup on that little screen play.
Yeah, it's a very good screen. And number 11 showed off his speed on that one. That's a good tackle, too, by Lathan Drake to stop the play with only 10 yards.
Logan Cole with the reception. And now the Bees got to hurry up to the line of scrimmage as we're down to a $1.52. They try to march it up the field. And the snap back. They're going to fake it to Metzger, and this time it's going to be the quarterback, McAllister, keeping. He gets up to the 45 before he's brought down. Good job that time by Dawson 3.
Yeah, it was. That's a good job by the York offense is staying disciplined. And
Lefew's hurt. Lefew's going to come over toward the sideline. I don't know what happened to him, but he is coming up holding his head.
Did he get poked in the eye or something, maybe?
They have. He's coming out, and that's something you definitely don't want to see as Lefew, the quarterback for the Dragons.
It's the shades of the Livingston game last year, seeing quarterback walk off the field like that.
And now Upperman will come up with second down and 84 seconds left to go in the first half. Lefew being looked at. I believe he got hit in the eye, like you said. Now McAllister going to lay one out there for number 84. Oh, number 84 just put a hand on one of the Dragons and pushed him off.
That could have, yeah. That's sort of that could have been offensive pass interference there because he pushed off, but no call.
84 Cole Bush just put an arm out there and shoved off on the Dragons Johnson as Miller was running stride for stride with him, and he just pushed him off. Almost made the catch, but now 72 seconds left to go. Upperman, if you think they probably got to get at least the ball at about the 25-yard line for their kicker to have a really good shot at it.
Yeah, I would think that would be a pretty good estimate.
So now it's going to be back goes McAllister. He's going to fake. Oh, he's going to hand it off right the middle. This time running hard's Metzger. He's going to get all the way to the 32-yard line, and that time Metzger's head down straight ahead. He found the hole.
Yeah, that's a good job there, York. That your defense is spread out a little bit expecting the pass, and he just ran it right up the seam and got a first down.
And like we said, Metzger's not going to dance and juke around. He just drops his head and runs straight ahead. Now it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Bees at the 32-yard line. Snap back. They're going to hand it off to Metzger again, and he's going to go straight ahead, and he's going to get up to about the 26-yard line with 50 seconds left to go. And we may have and now we're going to have a substitution for York. I thought the Bees might call a timeout, but they're not, as we're down to 42 seconds. And now we've got an injured Bee, and that is going to be Metzger. Metzger's down, so while he's down, we'll take a timeout.
It's time to get out and support our local teams. Hall Family Pharmacy has all the gear you need to cheer on your favorite team. Our Jamestown store has the purple and yellow for York, and our Clark Range store is stocked up with the blue and gold for Clark Range. Oh yeah, there's plenty of orange from Volunteer Traditions and Give Her 6 at both locations to cheer on the Vols. We are proud of our sports families at each school. It's fun and healthy to take pride in our state and our community, and we have all the equipment look good, and have a good time. Hall Family Pharmacy. Our family, your health.
Well, it's going to be now for the Bees. They had Metzger go down with an injury, and he leaves the field. He seemed to be okay, though. He's moving on his own volition. And Tanner, York's got some folks. They're working on some of York's players. Left you a little bit earlier, and now Rexroad.
Yeah, I think Rexroad's just cramping up or something. He saw him wrapping his ankle back up, so let's hope that he's okay, and let's hope that Leffy's okay, too. I think they took him back in the locker room, if I'm not mistaken.
So now up comes Upperman with 42.5 seconds to go. They'll bring it up. And the snap back to McAllister. McAllister going to lay one out there wide open. Number 84 in the end zone. Touchdown, Bees. Great throw by McAllister. He hit the Bees number 84. That is Cole Bush in stride, and York wasn't within 5 yards of him.
No, that was a very good throw, and Bush just burned Thomas Miller on that coverage, and that was an easy pitch and catch for a touchdown.
So now it's a 14-9 game, and the Bees looking to make this a 14-10 ball game. And they're back now. That was you go back to that fake punt, Tanner, and that's what set this all up.
Yeah, definitely. It was a gutsy call, and it obviously played off for Upperman. Now it's just going to be a 4-point game if they hit this extra point going into halftime.
Snap is down. The kick is up. The kick is good, as drilling it right through the middle was Street, and Street makes it a 14-10 ball game. We've got 35.7 seconds left to go in the first half.
My husband Mark and I are huge fans of the DQ $5 lunch. It's a home meal.
Plus a sundae.
For just $5. We each got chicken strips, fries, and a drink.
Plus a sundae.
Talk about a full tray.
Plus a sundae.
That's some sweet math.
Plus a
sundae.
Yeah, a sundae. I say that a lot.
Got it.
Actually, it's not just math. It's Fanonomics. Come in for the DQ $5 lunch and get your choice of one of 3 entrees, fries, and a drink, plus a sundae, all for $5. Only at your DQ. This is fan food, not fast food. For a limited time only at participating locations, excludes taxes.
Well, the Dragons have 35.5 seconds, and Tanner, that time, Cole Bush, he looked like York owed him money. He was so wide open. He didn't want to get around him.
Yeah, it's a great pitch and catch there by Upperman, probably the one of the easiest touchdowns they'll get all season.
So now it's a 4-point game as what could have been a big first half for York. They fumble the ball, and then a fake punt by the Bees keeps their drive alive, and they come down and score.
York's playing this like an onside kick now, too.
And it wouldn't surprise me with Coach Aaron. You never know after that fake punt deep in his own territory. As York's got back Drake and also Rexroad. Street will kick it off. 35.7 seconds left to go in the first half. It's a 4-point ball game. And the kick is a short one. Up will come Drake. He'll take it at about the 15. Drake back cuts inside. Now back outside, spins, and gets up to about the 37-yard line. York at their own 37. Tanner, you got 28.8 seconds. Do you try for something, or do you just let the clock run out and take the ball and start the second half?
I think you take maybe one play, try something, but if you don't get anything on it, then I think you just take a knee and take it in halftime.
So we'll see what York decides to do as we got 28.8 seconds left to go. Here in the first half, York on top, 14-10. Great drive by the Bees last time. They were stopped at 4th and about 8, and they were able to get a fake punt and get the first down. And they get moved on down and score now, and it's going to be York with the football. They'll take the snap, toss it over to Rexroad. Rexroad looking to cut back inside, does. Still on his feet. Going out, he's going to bounce to the far side. Cuts back inside, breaks another tackle, and gets up and gets about 3 yards, but ran about 30.
Yeah, that was some crazy running there by Rexroad. And Upperman, one of their players, about grabbed his face mask at some point during that. But now I think if you're York, I think you just take a knee and take it in the halftime.
And no, they're going to call timeout with 7.6 seconds. That's a lot of time run off before they call the timeout. Timeout on the field. York leads it 14-10.
Summer has sadly come to an end, and cold weather is just around the corner. Are you wondering if your heating system will survive all winter? Well, now's the perfect time to kick off that cold sweat and invest in a new top-of-the-line heating system. Now until the end of November, you can save up to $1,650 in Carrier Cool Cash rebates. The season to save on quality is now. Call Condition Heating and Cooling today to schedule your free quote. Carrier, turn to the experts.
Conditioned heating and cooling.
Back here where we've got 7.6 seconds to go, York takes a timeout. Tanner, it's shades of deja vu. I remember the Smith County game. York took the timeout, and Smith County's kicker got hurt.
Yeah.
And they had to go for two at the end, and they went for 2 and 1.
Yeah, this game is bringing back memories a little bit, but let's hope that this one has a different result.
And it's just going a whole lot quicker than that Smith County game. That one turned out to be a track meeting, this one. And we're already at the halftime. We're barely 4 minutes past 8 o'clock. So this one's going fairly quick compared to that game.
Let's see what York does here. I don't really know what they'll be looking for.
As they've got a time for one more play with 7.6 seconds left to go and leading at 14-10. And they got Probst in motion. They're going to roll it out. They're going to throw one up. They've got number 18 out there, and it's going to be incomplete. It's going to fall incomplete with 2.1 seconds. And that one almost picked off as number 24, Bush, was kind of waiting on that one.
Yeah, I don't really agree with that. I mean, because a freak play could happen, and he takes that back for a touchdown. Now you're down 3 points going to halftime. If you're going to run something, don't just throw it up to a single receiver.
And not to mention, that could take the momentum right back into Upperman's. Actually, you've got to feel the momentum shifted a little bit towards Upperman at this point.
Yeah, the momentum shifted a lot in this game, but that fake punt and then the touchdown really swung it back towards Upperman.
And now it's going to be York with a 3rd and 8. They'll hand off Probst. Probst on the right side. Probst cuts back inside. Probst still on his feet. Breaks another tackle. Heads down the sideline. Probst is going to be run down and knocked out of bounds before he can get in the end zone. But he takes a couple of B's down with him, gets some big yards, but not enough. We're at halftime of this one, and at the half, it's York 14, Upperman 10.
He's on the 30. He's on the 20. He's on the 10. It's a touchdown.
There's nothing like football. The lights, the cheers of the crowd, and getting a chance to see our local athletes and kids give it all they've got. Come to a game. Support our local schools. Upper Cumberland Federal Credit Union, a better way to bank. Federally insured by NCUA. Online at ucfcu.org.
Ventures Farmers Co-op, happy to be a proud sponsor of York Dragon football. We wish you a winning season. Every game is a success when you have played your best. Ventures Farmers Co-op, bringing you quality products from feed, seed, and fertilizer, to automotive, to animal health and pet products, to gas, diesel, and propane, to clothing and boots for the family and a gift shop. All this and much more at Ventures Farmers Co-op, 1219 Old Highway 127 South, Jamestown. Go Dragons!
When it comes to a state representative, actions speak louder than words is Representative John Mark Wendell's motto. John Mark has been a majority floor leader, a member of the House Transportation, Agriculture, and Natural Resources Committees. Locally, he's been a leader in keeping state funding for York Institute, and if one of his constituents has a concern, then it's John Mark's too. So when it comes to state representatives, I guess actions do speak louder than words.
Whether you're competing on the athletic field or working hard in the classroom, remember you have the support of First Volunteer Bank, the bank with personality. We're behind you 100% of the way. Good luck to all the area teams. Play tough and play fair. And remember, when it comes to helping you with your banking needs, we're First Volunteer Bank, the bank with personality. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And now over and over, it's First Volunteer for you.
Managing your meds can be complicated and dangerous if not handled properly. That's why MetaThrift Pharmacy has a safe, convenient solution. Dispill multi-dose packaging removes the guesswork. It's packaged by your MetaThrift pharmacist, color-coded for morning, noon, and evening doses, and even has detachable individual packs to carry with you. This service is part of their MedSync program, and it's free.
MetaThrift Pharmacy, your prescription for caring since 1943.
Back here at halftime, and York leads at the half, 14-10. Time now for the Old Ben Franklin Ford halftime stats. We'll be back with our stats right after this.
Hello, everyone. I'm Bruce Babb, GM of Old Ben Franklin Ford in Waltburg, Tennessee. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, give us a call at 1-877-NEW-FORD. No high-pressure sales, no tricks, no gimmicks, just fair, honest dealing. We have a great selection of new and pre-owned, and if we don't have what you're looking for, we'll find it. Low overhead means cheaper prices. Fords are cheaper out in the country. Shop us first, shop us last. We want to be your dealer before, during, and after the sale. 1-877-NEW-FORD or shop us online at oldbenfranklinford.com.
And back here at halftime, where before we go to our stats, we got now a special presentation here at the half as Philip Paul, organizer of the Sergeant York Invitational Basketball Tournament, Christmas Tournament, is coming out here to give York their invitation to that, their bid to that tournament, as that'll be coming up in December. And it's a great tournament. They had a great tournament last year. Expect an even better tournament this year. Had a chance to talk to Philip. This is what he said about the upcoming tournament.
Here at the last home game of the football season, we're starting to hand out the invitations to the Hall Sergeant York Southeastern Christmas Invitational. I think last year was a big success. Had a lot of people come into Jamestown. People were impressed with the tournament, and we were sure that we wanted to try to do it again. And a lot of teams coming back. We got a few new teams, but here tonight we have gave York their official invitations for the boys and the girls basketball teams.
And this tournament will be when?
This tournament is going to be held December the 28th through the 30th, and it's here at York Institute in Jamestown. It's a 8-team girls, 8-team boys, so everybody's guaranteed at least 2 games, and we'll run those 3 days at York Institute.
Have you got any confirmations yet?
Oh, we have had a huge amount of inquiries about this tournament this year. Of course, last year went well. Last year was our first year, but we have had teams from all over the Southeast contact us. We agreed last year on the teams that come that they would have the first opportunity to accept a bid back to come back. And I think out of like 6 girls teams, or like 6 out of 8 girls teams, 6 out of 8 boys teams wanted to come back and participate again, which is a sign things are going well. And so we were pleased with that. We have added some new teams to it, and but we've had a lot of people request, and it's to the point where we've wondered if we need to expand to a 16-team tournament, but we're just not hardly ready for that. But that may be something we do in the future.
As I said, that was Philip Paul. Let me give you the teams that's going to be in that tournament this year. Just listen to these folks. Bledsoe County, Clay County, Red Bull and Springs is going to be here. Owsley County, Kentucky, East Hickman, Friendship Christian, Unaka, Cherokee County out of Alabama, Clarksville Academy, and Knox Central are the teams that's going to be playing in that Christmas tournament at York Institute, the Hall Sergeant York Christmas Invitational Tournament. Now let's give you our stats for this first half. Taking a look at the score, York up 14-10. Both teams have had 10 first downs. York has rushed the ball 19 times for 231 yards, while Upperman has only rushed for 78 yards, and they've got on 22 carries. Now, passing yards, Upperman has 96 to York 7. Pass completions, Upperman 6 of 13, while York is 1 of 5. Total offensive plays, 35 for Upperman for 174 yards. York 24 for 238 yards. Let's see, time of possession, pretty much even, but Upperman's had a little bit more than York. 9:48 for York to 14:12 for the Bees. Now, as far as fumbles. Both teams have had one fumble and lost. And let's see, penalty yards, Upperman 2 for 20, York 3 for 25, so that's pretty much even. As far as individual stats for Upperman, Donovan McAllister has 52 yards in his first half rushing. Blake Metzger, 18, and Mason Bilbrey had 8 in his first half. Passing, it was Donovan McAllister with 13. Actually, he had 96 yards passing. His long was 27. He's got 1 touchdown. He's been sacked 5 times. Now, receiving, Duke Marish has 43 yards. Cole Bush has 41. Logan Cole has 12. For York, Ethan Probst has 115 yards rushing, 70 for Heath Rexroth, 42 for Landrick Lefew, and 4 for Austin Johnson. Passing, Lefew is 1 of 5 for 7 yards, and receiving Probst 1 of 7 for 7 yards. As I said, both teams have 1 turnover in this first half. Our halftime stats brought to you by the good folks at Old Ben Franklin Ford. Fords are just cheaper in the country, folks. We'll be back to have a special guest coming up right after this.
This is Brian Myers, sales manager at Old Ben Franklin Ford. We have 2017 Ford Fiesta starting as low as $10,620. Or take your pick, new Ford Fiesta or the Ford Focus, 0 down, $199 a month. New Ford F-150, 4-wheel drive, $25,990. We have financing available for all customers, rates as low as 0%. Call us or come by. Give us the opportunity to earn your business. That's Old Ben Franklin Ford, Wartburg, Tennessee, 1-877 New Ford. Fords are cheaper out in the country.
And back here at halftime, I got with me Coach Tanya Story-Brown. And, Coach, you guys got your invitation to the Halls tournament a little while ago. That's just one of a bunch of big games coming up as the season's got too far off now.
It's just right around the corner, Gary.
You guys coming back, you've got a good-looking crew coming back as well.
I do. I've got, two of our starters from last year's coming back, and Harley Smith and Hannah Canancer. And then I've got another junior and Carly Tipton, and we've got 2 sophomores coming back.
So you guys going to open up on the 14th. You're going to open up with Monterey, I believe.
Yeah, we'll be at Monterey in a Hall of Fame game.
Now, that is November the 14th, folks, not October the 14th. Don't go to Monterey on November 14th. Now, this season, a little bit different look for your district.
It is. We, of course, have last year's state tournament champions in Upperman in our district, but they lost several. But a lot of teams in our district are getting everybody back. Macon will probably be the favorite going in. They've got the big girl back. Their point guard last year was good, and she was a freshman. And then they've got another freshman coming in that's really good. So Macon will be up to the top. Upperman, of course, will have the district MVP back. She's been MVP the last 2 years in Levy. And then Cannon got a lot back, and DeKalb County had a lot of freshmen last year. So, it's going to be a pretty even, tough district again this year.
Now, we'd like to say we're going to miss Murfreesboro Central, but we ain't. But you're going to get Watertown. What do you know about Watertown?
Not a whole lot yet. Met the coaches at the district coaches meeting a couple weeks ago. And, I think they've been a pretty solid team in the district they've been in, but I don't know yet how they really compare into our district.
Now, your district has always been Murder's Row. Well, Livingston Academy is always going to be up there ready to play. You got, as you said, a lot of folks with a lot of people back. Akira Levy, the MVP of the state tournament last year.
Yes.
It don't get easy.
No, it doesn't. We've got a real tough district, and if you can be competitive and be successful in this district, then you've accomplished a lot, and with so many teams in our district, we only have room for 2 non-district games, and we've got Cumberland County, which are an extremely good team.
And you can welcome them to the region this year.
Yes. Yes, and then Oneida, which was sub-state team last year.
I think so.
And so, there's no easy games on our schedule. And, Mr. Hall's got some good teams invited in here at Christmas. There'll be some good competition. So it's going to be a nonstop packed year.
And, of course, you mentioned your non-district games, your region games this year. Region looks different this year, too. You guys are shifting to a different direction this year as far as region, right?
Yes.
So you're gonna pick up Cumberland County. Coach Roddick Dishman, I think, was more happy to get in AA than anybody I've seen in a long time to move out of that AAA.
Yeah, I don't blame her.
Yeah, of course, like I said, the region and the district, everything's yours not really that much different than before. Just Watertown and replace Central Magnet.
Central Magnet left. Watertown Yorktown joined us, and then Cumberland County joined our region.
So that's going to make it an interesting tournament season when it gets around. But that's a long way away. We got a lot of basketball before then.
I know it. First day of practice is a month from tomorrow. October the 30th, we can start practicing, and then you're 12 days to the first game from that. So it's going to be here before you know it.
And it'll be a great season as well. We're looking forward to it tipping off, and looking forward to seeing some of the younger kids. You mentioned the kids you got back as starters. You got some freshmen that's come in as well.
Yes, I've got 6 freshmen. That's the biggest freshman class we've had in the last several years, and they're an outstanding group of girls. We're working hard in the off season, and they're very competitive, very hard-nosed, and I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of those are going to get some minutes on the varsity, and that's a big advantage to them.
And looking at your roster, you don't have a lot of numbers on there, but you should have some good players.
Yeah, we've got 11, and then I've got 2 managers, so I've got 13 total girls this year.
So it's looking forward to the season, and hopefully it'll be tipping off before you know it, because we miss basketball. We're in the middle of football, but I've been doing volleyball, so I've been doing volleyball, basketball, football. Just bring them all on.
I know it'll be here before you know it, Gary, and we hope we have a big crowd support this year. Everybody coming out. The girls are excited, and they're going to be a fun bunch. They're an athletic bunch. They work hard. We're going to get up and down a little bit more this year than we have in the last couple of years, so I think they'll be an exciting group to watch.
Well, Coach, thank you for joining us tonight, and best of luck as you kick off the season here in a couple months.
All right. Thanks, Gary. We'll see you soon.
And that was Coach Tanya Story-Brown, whose Lady Dragons will open up the season on the 14th at Monterey. And we're going to take a timeout now, and then we'll be back for the start of the second half in just a few minutes. Football to start the second half, but I'll tell you what, put you some good hands people up front, because it wouldn't surprise me at all if Coach Heron tried something to start this second half.
No, it wouldn't me either, and I think he's smart enough too to not kick it to the side that Josiah's on.
As they will get ready to kick it off here. We got quarter number 3 ready here as Upperman will kick off to York, and York leads it 14-10. If you just tuned in, York got runs from, from Rex Road and Landrick Lefeview, as Lefeview had a 26-yard run. Rex Road had a 45-yard run. For Upperman, they got a 36-yard field goal from Chandler Street, and they got a 27-yard pass from Donovan McAllister, I'll get it right here in a minute, to Cole Bush, and that's where we sit right now. It's 14-10, and York really, it's almost even if you look as far as overall yards. Upperman through the air, York through on the ground. That's what we thought would happen.
Yeah, definitely, and I mean York really needs to do something here on this first drive. I think it's very important because Upperman had all the momentum towards the end of the first half. They got that big touchdown, and now York needs to answer.
So now Street will kick it away, and Street's going to come up on it, kick the ball. It's going to be on the ground. It's going to be a roller, gets through the front man, and picked up by one of the back guys, and bringing it up is number 17. That is, I believe,
Johnson
on the return. Johnson gets it up to the 35. Pretty good field position for the Dragons.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it could be better, it could be worse. Good job by Johnson, though, stopping that ball and getting what he could out of it.
So York now have it 1st and 10. And it will be 1st and 10 for the Dragons at their own 36-yard line. And like you said, this is going to be an important drive here to start this second half. This may set the tone for the entire ball game this second half.
Yeah, I agree, and we'll see how Landrick Lefeview can do with his injured eye, and that could be a big part in it.
And now we got Dawson Threet in the backfield along with we're going to hand it off to Rex Road. He'll cut back inside, and Upperman waiting on that one. They get him after about a 2-yard gain. Good job by the Bees to get to that one.
They showed a lot of discipline there.
As 82 just throwed an arm out there and wrapped up Rex Road and dropped him. And now it's going to be 2nd and 7 for the Dragons. Threet's going to come off. Cooper will come back in. York will come up to the line of scrimmage. Left U under center. Got a man in motion. Going to hand off to Rex Road over the left side. Rex Road's got some running room. Breaks the tackle. He's headed to the outside. Rex Road's got some running room. They ain't nobody going to get him as he's headed to the promised land. Touchdown, Dragons.
A great job by the York offensive line creating a massive hole for that you could drive a truck through, and Rexroth takes advantage, turns on the afterburners, and gets a big touchdown.
A 61-yard run by Rexroth to start this second half, and that can really get the momentum back in your favor.
Yeah, that's how to start the second half right there.
So York now will see Johan West come up for the extra point. York leads it now 20-10. And Johan will step back and get ready to kick the extra point. It's down, it's up, it is good as York takes a 21-10 lead. We're less than 60 seconds into the second half.
Pizza Hut knows what every man, woman, and child wants. The best deal in delivery. And Pizza Hut has a large 2-topping oven-hot pizza for just $7.99 when you order online. It's the best pizza delivery deal. And now you can earn points on your order when you join Hut Rewards. It's that easy. Order online today from pizzahut.com and start earning those points. Because no one out-pizzas the Hut. Restrictions apply. See details at pizzahut.com/Hut Rewards. Click for this offer. Delivery minimums and fees may apply. Additional charge for extra cheese, stuffed crust, and additional toppings. Product availability, prices, participation, and delivery areas may vary. The delivery charge is not a driver tip.
Well, York picks up a big score, and Tanner took less than a minute off the clock.
Yeah, just a great run there by Rexroth. I think York's offensive line deserves a lot of credit because I think any one of York's ball carriers on that one could have had the touchdown. So that's a great job by their offensive line, and like I was talking about earlier, just that physical presence that York has.
So York now on top, 21-10, and that gives them a little bit of breathing room as well. As York saw Upperman come back, cut it to 4. Now they're up by 10. Or up by 11. As Probst will come up and Probst will kick it. This one's going to be deep over to the right side, and that one's going to be brought back up. And on the run, he's going to be swarmed down and dropped right about the 30-yard line. And Cooper wanting a hole on that one. The official said no. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bees. Now, this is a big drive for the Bees.
Yeah, it is, because York has all the momentum right now. We saw Upperman towards the end of the first half was able to get a touchdown, and that would create some separation on the outside. And I think that's what Upperman wants to exploit, is just use their speed as much as they can.
So McAllister will now step back in the shotgun. He takes the snap. Hands it off to Metzger up the middle, and that went nowhere as he got right back to the line of scrimmage before he was dropped by Probst.
Very similar to the first play of the game right there. Just lost a couple yards on a simple run up the middle.
So now it's going to be 2nd and about 10.5. So the Bees, a good stop by Probst, and York coming out looking strong defensively. Got to watch McAllister, though. McAllister loves to fake that handoff and take off himself.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he showed tonight that I think he's the best player on the field for Upperman, and if you're York, I think you need to key on him.
So York now will see Upperman come up with a 2nd and 10.5. McAllister in the shotgun. Takes a snap. He's rolling, looking. He's going to throw one out here. Got a man out there, but way overthrows him.
Great coverage by Rexroth anyway. He stayed right on him.
Yeah, Rexroth was right up in number 11 Cole's shirt on that one. And no way he was going to get that reception, and well overthrown. But that shows you the strength of this young man's arm. This McAllister's only a sophomore.
Yeah, he'll be very fun to watch by his senior year.
So now it's going to be 3rd and 10.5, and the Bees right off the bat find themselves in a hole. And I don't think York will fall for that fake punt anymore either. So this is one of those things where the Bees need a 1st down to keep this drive alive. Upperman back in his shotgun, McAllister. McAllister fakes the handoff. This time he rolls back. He's dropped in the backfield as he was just level from behind. And coming through and getting the stop on that one was the jackhammer, Joe Hatsai heading. He came free, and he just leveled McAllister from behind.
Yeah, it was a great play there, and another big sack for this Dragons defense.
So York now backs up the Bees, and it's going to be 4th and about 20. I don't see a fake punt here in this situation deep in their own territory. So we'll see what the punter can do if he can get it out now as York's coming back to about the 40 to receive it. Kick's going to be a low-line driver will hit and take a big bounce, and Drake lets it get through his hands. Now he still has to go down on it to get it, and all the way back to 25. And that was a dangerous play there by Lathan Drake.
It was. He kind of tried to grab it, and then he rolled back about 10 yards total, I think, and now he cost the Dragons quite a bit of field position there and almost had a turnover.
So York now with the football, and that at this point, that's the one thing you can't afford is a turnover.
Yeah, definitely not. I mean, that's, like you said, York has to play good turnover-free football.
So York will come up now with Lefeview, and he will get up under center with the ball at the 25-yard line, 1st and 10 Dragons. And the snap, they're going to hand off Probst, right side. Probst gets through the first line, and he gets up for about 4 yards, and he gets tripped up, and then takes a shot late on that one. It'll be about 5 yards, so 2nd and 5.
Good first down play by the Dragons there, just working their offense.
And as you said earlier, Tanner, that's what York needs in this first downs. They need 5 to 6 yards every time.
Yeah, definitely. This offense is designed to use short 2nd and 3rd down situations, and if you get into long situations, it forces you to go out of what you would normally do.
So up will come the Dragons, and they got Probst in motion. They're going to hand it to him. No, Lefeview's going to keep him taking the left side. Lefeview's still on his feet all the way up to the 47-yard line. Good run by Lefeview. Good block out in front there, that time by Johnson as well.
Yeah, that's a good job by both Dragons there, and that was a really good fake, too, because Landrick fooled the whole defense and had the keeper.
Yeah, the whole defense was going over to the side to get Probst, and I think they all hit Probst as he's come up a little gimpy. And Ethan going to come off to the sideline now, and back in the ball game will come Miller. And it's going to be 1st and 10 Dragons from their own 47-yard line. We got 8:37 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Still a lot of football left to go in this one. This one very far from over.
Yeah, definitely. With a quarterback like McAllister for Upperman, game's never over.
And now we're having a conference by the officials. Hey, you can discuss what you want to eat after the game, guys. Come on.
I don't know what this is about.
I don't either. I'm trying to figure that one out. There wasn't a flag thrown that I seen, and maybe there was.
They blew a whistle on the other side of the field because they thought Probst had the ball.
Oh, well, it was good to see that I'm not the only one faked out that time. The officials were faked out as well, so it's 1st and 10 now for the Dragons, and they're going to have to go talk to Coach Ben Herron, and I think he's got a beef here.
Oh yeah, definitely.
If you hear the whistle blowing, you stop play.
If I'm Coach Wright, I know Coach Wright would be just as mad. An inadvertent whistle is a mistake that never should be made by a TWSAA official.
Well, I know the book's open. The test is open book, but do they have it in Braille? Now the York fans getting pumped up over there. As Rex Rose playing cheerleader now, doing his best. Sister, he did an imitation of his sister. That was his imitation of Abby right there.
I think it's a pretty good job by Heath.
He got him fired up over there. Abby's going to kill us after this one. You can bet we're going to never hear the end of this one.
Upperman's coach definitely has a point, though.
Yeah, if you hear the whistle, you're going to stop playing. You're going to give up on him. But really, the side of the field that Lefeview was on probably didn't hear the whistle.
Yeah, I'd say that only Upperman's side heard it.
So now we're going to see what they do. And
I don't know what the official rule is, though, about inadvertent whistles either.
And now the official going to come over, and they're going to talk about something else. And I don't know what this is going to end up, folks. I know that now they're going to get the other official over there. Hey, you want my mom to come out there, guys? Come on. Let's take a call and let's get this game going.
If they give me a minute to get down there, I can go down there.
Go down there and tell them what to do. We're going to send Tanner down. We're going to get Jordan over there that's on camera 1. Jordan's going to come down from the upper deck up there now and get in the conference. So I don't know what the deal is here. They're talking it over. Will they make them replay the down? Maybe they're talking about replaying the down.
That's just a dumb mistake, if I can say it bluntly. That's a mistake that I think this might be the first time I've ever seen a mistake like that.
I think so. I've never seen it. I've been doing this a long time, folks. I've never seen them get faked out. The officials get faked out. No, trust me, it's not the first time I've been faked out. And here we go back over to talk to Coach Herron, and I'm sure Coach Herron, from what they're showing right now, is not going to like what he's going to be told.
Yeah, they didn't move the football, so.
And we'll see what.
But he definitely has the right to be mad.
Oh yeah, they blew the whistle and blew the play dead, and York Lefeview was actually still running when they blew the whistle. We got a delay a game on the official.
What's the penalty on that, Gary?
I don't know. Maybe they don't get paid for this one. So we'll see what they evidently they're going to leave it where it's at, and they're going to let the play stand. But Coach Aaron's still talking at it, and he's not happy. But if they had moved it back, how mad do you think Coach Wright would have been?
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough spot but you just don't ever see anything like that happening. That's because it's just such a dumb mistake that
you would expect right after that someone to say, "Do you feel like getting away?" Okay, now we're coming back. And we're going to play some football. They're going to leave it right where it's at. So after all that, we've got nothing accomplished. And York's got first and 10 at the 47-yard line. Up will come Lefeview. Lefeview with the handoff to Rexroth. Rexroth runs into one, breaks the tackle, breaks another tackle, gets the ball. Now the ball's loose, and I believe Upperman's come up with it. And York with another turnover. If Upperman comes up, they did. Upperman, I see the ball come loose, and they had it as Upperman comes up with big number 55. Hats off to him as he come up with it. That is Tavarius Collins as Collins comes up with it. And York with a turnover. Now, Tanner, the momentum right back to the Bees as they've got right about midfield.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that was just a fumble plain and short. He just got the ball stripped from him. He's made a couple of great plays tonight, and that one not so great, and it's going to cost the Dragons. Now let's see if their defense is up to the task.
Some of that times your extra effort causes some problems. That time the Dragons just had a little bit of problem with the extra effort. And now they're going to hand it off and right up the middle. Oak McAllister keeping it. He gets up to the 48 of York, and he is finally brought down by Threet. Dawson Threet running him down, and that's going to be second down and about 4 for the first down. York with 2 turnovers on the night, the Bees with 1. And York a couple of costly turnovers. The one they were driving, Tanner stopped the drive that would have put them up by 3 possessions going into halftime. And now this one gives the Bees great field position. Back in the shotgun now will go the quarterback McAllister. Gets the snap. He's going to roll to his left. This time he's going to throw it out there. Got a man out there wide open. Number 84, Bush, comes down at the 35-yard line. First and 10 Bees.
That was just a good job by the receiver there. That's the second time he's just been wide open. The first one was for a touchdown, and then that was another good play.
I'm beginning to believe York might owe him money. Some of the York players might owe him money because there wasn't nobody close to him. It's going to be first and 10 now for the Bees as they're at the 37-yard line. 38, well, actually 37.5. We'll just split the difference. As up will come the Bees. They've got it first and 10. McAllister in the shotgun. McAllister takes a snap. He had the fullback ahead of him. He's going to run right behind him and get about 3 yards. You could tell what that play was going to be right off the bat. That was a design keeper.
Yeah, definitely. And I saw Rexroth switch over to cornerback over here and guard number 84 Bush. And if I'm Coach Wright, I think I just let Rexroth shadow him over the field because he's been the only wide receiver to really hurt York tonight. And Rexroth's obviously York's best defender.
So now it's going to be second and 7 for the Bees. This time McAllister will step back there with Metzger to his right. Snap. He's going to keep him. Oh, and he was hit that time. That one he got back to the line of scrimmage, and that was a whole lot of nothing for a whole lot of pain as Cooper was waiting on him.
That was a good job there by Thomas Cooper to make the tackle, and just a good job by this York defensive line.
So 3rd and 7 now, and this has got to be 4-down territory for the Bees.
Yeah, I would definitely say that.
So it's 3rd and about 7, so they'd like to get at least maybe 3 or 4 to make it work out here as
I wouldn't be surprised to see the quarterback McAllister roll out to the right here or even keep the ball.
As we get set for the play here, it's going to be York back in the shotgun. Or I should say Upperman back in the shotgun. McAllister got a man in motion, going to give it that man in motion. He's going to come back inside, spins, and gets knocked forward to about the 32-yard line. And Dawson Threet laid a lick on him, but they drove him forward.
That's a good job there by York, holding strong. Now we got a big 4th down and 4 here.
So 4th and 4 for the Dragons or for the Bees, and York needs a stop here. They want that 12th man to get fired up and get into this one.
Yeah, home field advantage comes into play in times like this.
So up will come the Bees with a 4th and 4. And I'm going to think it's going to be a McAllister keeper. I'm going to look for McAllister to fake the handoff and go one side or the other.
That would not surprise me one bit.
And the snap, they're going to fake it. Well, they faked it to nobody that's there. And then a quick slant pass to number 2, and he's going to have the first down, the 24-yard line. And that was a good adjustment by number 22, Marish, because that one was thrown behind him.
Yeah, it was. That's a really good play by the receiver and good play design, too.
And now the Bees keep the chains moving, and they're going to make it a 1st and 10 at the York 23-yard line. They're already in field goal position if they wanted to try a field goal. And that would make it a one-possession game. So either a touchdown or a field goal would make it a one-possession game. So we'll see what they – I know they want to get the touchdown, though, as they'll snap it back to McAllister. He's looking, got a man downfield, throws it to the spot, and almost caught it. Oh, they're going to get York for an interference.
I didn't see that.
That one was thrown right at Marish again, and they're going to get York's Lathan Drake for an interference call.
I didn't see that.
It looked like he was running right along with him, and actually Marish went down to the ground and looked like Drake may have tripped over him.
Yeah. Looked like he went down the ground to make the catch because the ball was towards the ground, but
that was a perfect thrown as far as
it was
as a timing route or a spot route, as he was just on that. And it's going to be pass interference against the Bees. And Tanner, a turnover and a penalty. And now the Bees are right in the red zone at the 12-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what this short defense is made of here. Last time Upperman got down here, they fumbled the ball, and York got the turnover, but we'll see.
They're definitely now within streets range as far as a field goal, so we'll see what they can do here. Upperman will come up, guys, one man to the right. That's number 8. That is Bilbrey to the right, and they're going to hand it off. No, it's going to be McAllister on the keeper. He cuts back in, spins all the way down to the 1-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal Bees.
We got a flag on the play.
We'll see what the call is. That's about in the area of holding. I'm going to throw my holding call into that one.
We got a score update in the 3rd quarter. Smith County is leading Sequatchie County 21-19.
Oh, that one's a dogfight there. Now, we got to go to Sequatchie in a couple weeks, folks, and they're a good team, and it's going to be holding against the Bees, and that'll back them up 10, so York gets a break there.
Very big break, because that was a really good run by McAllister, too.
So now it's going to be 1st and 20 for the Bees. Of course, a win, whoever wins that one tonight between Sequatchie and Smith, that's going to be whoever wins that one's going to take the lead in the district.
Yeah, and then that makes that York-Sequatchie kind of game even bigger, because that game is all to determine if York gets to play at home in the first round of the playoffs.
Exactly, yeah. Now rolling out is McAllister. He's got a man down and throws it at the end of the court. And touchdown. Great throw, great catch by the Bees, and that was on the reception, number 11, Logan Cole, and that one, York had 2 players back there and just couldn't get a hand on it.
Yeah, Austin Johnson looked like he turned around and was looking at the quarterback and forgot that the ball was coming to his receiver, and he kind of stepped up, and that's a great throw and catch, though.
So the Dragons turnover comes back to haunt them again. Now we got a 5-point game, and the Bees looking to make it a 4-point game. The Bees with the extra point here. They're gonna go for 2. They're gonna try to cut this to a 3-point game. Not a bad decision by Coach Herron on this one. Is that they can get the play here. They'll fake the handoff, and McAllister will cut back inside, spins, and he dives in for a 2-point conversion. It is the Bees now have cut this to a 3-point game.
My husband Mark and I are huge fans of the DQ $5 lunch. It's a home meal
plus a sundae
for just $5. We each got chicken strips, fries, and a drink
plus a sundae.
Talk about a full tray
plus a sundae.
That's some sweet math.
Plus a
sundae.
Yeah, a sundae. I say that a lot.
Got it.
Actually, it's not just math. It's Fanonomics. Come in for the DQ $5 lunch and get your choice of one of 3 entrees, fries, and a drink plus a sundae, all for $5. Only at your DQ. This is fan food, not fast food. For a limited time only at participating locations, excludes taxes.
Well, the York Dragons now have saw their lead squandered down to 3 now, Tanner. That is really big because we know what kind of legs Street has.
Yeah, definitely. And like you said, he's very capable of tying that ball game. And that turnover is coming back to haunt the Dragons. And they need to play turnover-free football, and they need a touchdown here.
And those 2 turnovers has ended up in points for the Bees.
Watch for an onside kick here.
Wouldn't surprise me with Coach Aaron.
Upperman's got all the momentum right now, too.
And it was York come out to start this third quarter and a big run right off the bat. They got on the scoreboard and then a turnover, and now the Bees are right back in it. We got 3:53 left to go here in the third quarter. It's 21-18 Upperman. York. Upperman kicking off. I'm looking at the wrong side of the scoreboard. As Upperman will kick it away, it's going to be Street to kick it away. And last time he put it on the ground, the Dragons had trouble handling it. So we'll see what they do here as he gets the kick on. It's going to be an onside kick going down. And it gets through the hands of the Dragons, and the Bees have it. Upperman got the onside kick right through the hands of big number 76, Bryce Slavin. Slavin was there, and it went right through his hands.
I mean, I called it, Gary. I mean, I told you, Upperman has some momentum right now. There was no reason for them not to try that.
So now it's 1st and 10 for the Bees, and they have it at York's 42-yard line. And, Tanner, they're threatening to take their first lead of the night.
Yeah, definitely. This is time for York's defense to suck it up and make a play.
York went right through the hands of their up man and was picked up by the Bees. A great onside kick by Upperman.
York should have been more prepared for that.
Now it's going to be 3:50 left to go here in the third quarter, and the Bees have the football, and York's defense back on the field, Tanner. That's the thing about it. York's defense has been on the field a lot this third quarter.
Yeah, they have, and you know that defense, it has to be wearing down that speed of Upperman. It's just, they're very fast.
And now back goes the quarterback, McAllister. He's going to air one out. Got a man out there, and that was caught. And did he catch it inbounds? Yes, he did. That's going to be caught right about the 12-yard line, and he laid that one out perfect.
York's biggest weakness all season has been their secondary, and Upperman is exploiting it tonight.
Logan Cole with the reception, and the Bees now have it at about the 6-yard line. 1st and goal for York, or for the Upperman Bees. And Tanner, score here, Upperman goes up by 4.
Yeah, York has not played well tonight as a whole. They've made individually, they made a couple big plays, but as a whole, this football team has struggled.
So now it's going to be 1st and goal for the Bees to take the lead. And the snap back, high snap, but McAllister will keep it. He's going over the right side, brought down. Great tackle. Great tackle there by Josiah, the jackhammerhead. And
that's the type of play York's defense needed. Josiah coming around the edge and just holding on to McAllister and dragging him to the turf.
McAllister need one of those breakaway jerseys right there because Josiah got a hold of it. He wasn't going to let go, and now it's back to the 12-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd and 10. I guess they can actually get a first down without scoring. It was on the 12-yard line. So it's 2nd and 10 for the Bees. Good play by Headings on that one. 3:03 left to go here in the third quarter, and the Bees looking to go ahead, but no, they've got a kicker that can tie this one up if they can't get the touchdown here. Snap back to McAllister. He'll throw the little slant. York, I think, almost had to pick off. York read that one well as the defensive guy there stepped in front of it, and Tanner, he almost had the interception.
Yeah, Upperman tried to run a little cute big play there, and it just didn't work. The York defender, I couldn't see who it was.
I'm thinking it was Drake, maybe.
Made a really good play and almost got the interception.
It was either Drake or Murdoch down there in the end.
I think it was Murdoch out there on the corner.
So now it's 3rd and 10 for the Bees. York needs to stop here. If you're going to give up something, you don't want to give up more than the field goal.
Yeah, this would be a huge stop for York to make Upperman kick the field goal here.
So now the Bees will come up, and McAllister in the shotgun. 3rd and 10. Back to McAllister, and we got movement on the Bees. We got timeout called. Coach Aaron wants to talk about it. So with 2:46 to go in the third, it's a 21-18 York lead.
Dr. William Allen at Jamestown Family Chiropractic has been providing chiropractic care for equestrians for many years. From injuries, skeletal misalignments to balance and posture, Dr. Allen knows that chiropractic care can improve the equestrian's overall wellness. Whether it's work or hobby, Jamestown Family Chiropractic can help you to establish and maintain a healthy, pain-free lifestyle. Call them today at 879-8931.
Well, a big play coming up for the Upperman Bees as it is 3rd and 10 from the 12. Now, Tanner, we mentioned they're only down by a field goal, and they've got a good kicker in Street. This is pretty much a chip shot for him.
Yeah, and it pays to have a really good kicker because now it gives them the option to tie this game and play another down, and that's big for Upperman, but York needs to just focus on getting the stop here.
York would love to get a sack here on this one, maybe knock them back and make it a little bit tougher attempt for the Bees.
I argue that timeout there actually helped York's defensive line kind of get a breather, and maybe they'll get after McAllister on this one.
We'll see what McAllister does. This is where McAllister likes to roll out and take off himself. We'll see what he does on this one. He's got a man to his left. Snap back there, and he's going to roll to his left. He's looking. He's going to throw toward the end zone. Did he get it? What do they say? Touchdown, Upperman.
That was just a great throw and catch right there. But like I said, Gary, that York secondary, it's their biggest weakness, and Upperman exploited it perfectly.
So now the Upperman Bees have their first lead of the night. They lead at 24-21. And it will be Street to try to make it a 4-point game. So Street will see the holder. And now York spread out there, telling them to watch out for the outside guy because nobody was covering him. And Upperman will go for the fake. We see that that's blocked. Great play by York. They make it a 3-point game. So York with a blocked extra point and 2:38 to go in the third. It's now a 3-point Upperman lead.
Whether you're competing on the athletic field or working hard in the classroom, remember you have the support of First Volunteer Bank, the bank with personality. We're behind you 100% of the way. Good luck to all the area teams. Play tough and play fair. And remember, when it comes to helping you with your banking needs, we're First Volunteer Bank, the bank with personality. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And now over and over, it's First Volunteer for you.
Well, York has seen Upperman take the lead, but they blocked the extra point. Tanner, that could be big again. Extra points and special teams has been big for Upperman here tonight.
Yeah, definitely, because now if York gets a touchdown and an extra point, then that makes it a 4-point game, and that makes it to where Upperman can't kick a field goal to tie it.
And I'm just going to say it again. Watch out for Coach Aaron. They've got all the momentum. You mentioned it earlier. Don't be surprised if he don't put it on the turf again.
And York still doesn't have any more. Man, they're still in regular kick formation.
And up there, waiting where the kick is. Now, Slavin, last time they hit towards Slavin, and he went right through his hands. So we'll see what Street does this time. As York now trails by 3 here in the third quarter. Here comes the Bees. They'll kick it away. Street's going to kick this one. A little line driver taken by the up man, Dawson 3. Dawson looking for some running, tripped up and got to the 41-yard line. Good job by Dawson. And that's something a lot of times you don't see the up men do. If they catch it, a lot of times they'll just fall down with it.
Yeah, that's just a good job by Dawson, though, just getting the ball and just not turning it over. That's a good play.
Now, if you go back to the Dickie Brown years here at York Institute, he would kick a rocket at the guy up in the front and see if the guy in front had. That was his idea of an onside kick, and it worked very effectively. But that time Dawson was ready for it, and he catches the ball, and York's got it 1st and 10, the 41. They got to hang on to the football. And they're going to give it over to Probst. Probst's going to cut it back inside. Probst still on his feet. Probst still running. He's in the territory. He takes off down the sideline. Probst's got one man to beat, and he's going to be ran out of bounds all the way down to, it looks like, we'll see where the official stops, at the 25-yard line, and that's why we call him the Beast, because he just runs through and over people.
He did. That was a great run there by Probst and making something of this York offense, and now a little momentum swings York's way.
And you saw the Upperman, the player that made the tackle, he went for the sweep first, tried to knock the ball out of his hands, and then knocked him down. But now York's back in the driver's seat as they're headed in for what could be a go-ahead score if they can score here. It'll be Lefevue under center. In motion, Probst. They give it up. Probst again, right side. Probst going to duck his head, get about 4 before he's brought down.
Another good run by Probst there, though.
And Probst is wrapping that ball up. He is not going to let that ball get away from him.
That's pretty good strategy at this point in the ball game.
So it's going to be 2nd and 6 as he is banged straight ahead for that one. And now York back in a situation now where they can take back the lead, and that could knock some of the wind out of Upperman's sails.
Yeah, this has turned into a dogfight of a football game, and York just needs to put their heads down here and put the ball in the end zone.
Here come the Dragons. They'll hand it off. No, it's going to be a keeper by Lefevue. Lefevue still moving forward. Lefevue going to push the pile up to about the 13-yard line. That should be good enough for a first down. And it is, as it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 13.
It's a big first down there for York.
York needed that, and Tanner, York needs to come back and just answer that score by Upperman. They need to say, hey, it didn't rattle us. We're going to come back and we're going to answer it.
Yeah, definitely, and that shows a lot of maturity in this football team, but I'd like to see maybe a sweep here. They went inside the past 3 plays, and let's see if they might run a sweep outside the Rex-Row.
And just about 80 seconds left. They're going to head off to Probst, and Probst's going to bang straight ahead, and Probst's going to be down for it looks like about a 7 or 8 yard gain.
Good run there by Probst. Just feed the beast.
That's right, as feed me, as Probst just running over people now. And it's going to make it a 2nd and about 2. York just needs to hang on to the football. As they'll come back up now with it 2nd and 3. 45 seconds left to go here in quarter number 3. Headed toward the final frame, York to try and take back the lead. Lefevue with the handoff this time to Rex Road. He'll dove into the end zone for a touchdown, Dragons!
Just good blocking there by York's offensive line, and good job by Rexrod hanging on the football and getting in for a big touchdown.
Now the extra point big for York here.
This extra point's very crucial because this would put York up by 4 points, which would make Upperman have to score a touchdown.
And as we start the 4th quarter, we still got 33 seconds left to go here in the 3rd. Johan's going to come in. Johan West will try to make it a 4-point York lead. And that was a good answer by the Dragons as Johan puts it. It's blocked. No, it's a fake, and Johan's going to throw it down. That's going to be incomplete as the Dragons do not get the 2-point conversion. And that is going to make it a 3-point game with 33.8 seconds to go in the 3rd.
It's time to get out and support our local teams. Hall Family Pharmacy has all the gear you need to cheer on your favorite team. Our Jamestown store has the purple and yellow for York, and our Clark Range store is stocked up with the blue and gold for Clark Range. Oh yeah, there's plenty of orange from Volunteer Traditions and Give Her 6 at both locations to cheer on the Vols. We are proud of our sports families at each school. It's fun and healthy to take pride in our state and our community, and we have all the equipment you need to look good and have a good time. Hall Family Pharmacy. Our family, your health.
Well, York takes back the lead, Tanner, and I think you got a score from the Sequatchie and Smith County game.
Yeah, in the 4th quarter, Sequatchie's actually taking the lead 25-21 over Smith County.
If York can hold on here and beat Sequatchie County, we could have a 3-way tie for number 1 in that one. So a lot to play for here, but right now Upperman's in the same situation. They win here, they can also be in that situation for a possible 3-way tie if York could beat Sequatchie when they go down there in a couple of weeks. This one's going to be a deep one, going to be kicked all the way back to about the 6-yard line. Here come the Bees as a good return up to the 35-yard line, as knocked down, and good job by the Dragons on that one to get him down.
Yeah, good job by Cole Cooper making a big tackle there, and that was just a It's a good tackle because McAllister, we know he's so deadly when he's running the football.
McAllister's took a lot of shots, though, tonight. He's going to need an ice pack as big as Texas when this one's over.
Yeah, he will.
As he has took some shots. And now Upperman will come up. They have an opportunity here to go back and take back the lead.
Yeah, I mean, this is just kind of a back-and-forth ball game at this point.
We still got a quarter left to play, folks. There's 29.4 seconds here in the fourth quarter. As the snap back, and this time it's going to be McAllister on the sheer keeper. He goes over the left side, gets up over the 30 to about the 32 before Headings brings him down.
Just relentless pursuit there by Josiah Headings. He went from one side of the football field to the other and came around to make the tackle.
And the Bees may just let the clock run out here and go into that fourth frame. We'll see. As we're down to 7 seconds, I don't think they'll snap it. They're going to just let it run out. And we are through 3. End of 3. It is York 27, Upperman 24.
As a former educator and now York County executive, J. Michael Cross is a proud sponsor of the York and Clark Range sports programs. His passion for the betterment of Fentress County, his vision and determination are all evident in his life. He has plans to see the people of Fentress County prosper by making wise use of every available resource. And J. Michael Cross has the wisdom to keep his ear tuned to the needs of the people.
Some signs can make your day easier, like the ones you see on the road. Other signs can help save your life, like the warning signs of a heart attack. For women, common signs can include jaw pain, nausea, and dizziness. And some women may experience a heart attack without feeling chest pain. If you experience the signs of a heart attack, get to an emergency room fast. Call 911 and know that at Tenova Healthcare, we're here to help when you need us.
Through 3 now, York leads at 27-24, and Tanner, it's you look at the total offensive yards. Upperman has 258, York 387, but York has had one more turnover than the Bees have.
Yeah, and that allowed Upperman to get that extra touchdown and to make it just a 3-point ball game.
And let's take a look at the penalty yards. Upperman has 3 for 30, York 4 for 37. That's really not been that big of a difference. York just had a crucial one at a big time.
Yeah, definitely, and it really hurt them.
Upperman now's got a 2nd and 8. They're at the York 32, or their own 32-yard line, I should say. Snap back to McAllister. He's going to roll to his left. He's going to throw it out there. Overthrew the man. Had number 2 wide open there, and he overthrew him on that one.
Yeah, it's just quarterback just overthrew it. He was open, and it was a really good route there by number 2, but like you say, just overthrow him, and if you're Dragons defense, you take that.
And you're going to have to keep a better grasp on Marish than that, because Marish can burn you. He and Cole Bush are pretty much all they've gone to. They've gone through a couple times to Logan Cole, but Bush and Marish have been their star receivers. Now back will come the Upperman Bees with a 3rd and long. They'll drop back. They'll throw it out. Got a man out there, and he is hit immediately right at the line of scrimmage. That time Bush caught it, and York was waiting on it.
I think that was Trevor Threet that made the play on that one. That was just a good job staying with his man, staying disciplined, and making a tackle.
And that's something they didn't do against Upperman. Not Upperman, I should say, but against Smith County. They laid back off Smith County, let them get that catch, and they turn and make that juke move and get extra yardage. But that time, that's the way you play that. If you're going to be soft, you're going to drop back off of them, come up as quick as the ball's let loose, and let somebody have it.
Yeah, definitely. That's a good job there.
And the Bees going to have to punt it away now. York needs a big return here. And the punt is up, and that's a hanger as that one's going to hit, and they're going to roll for the Bees as it rolls down to about the 34.5-yard line.
Good job by York, though, just playing it safe. No one tried to do too much, and now York has pretty good field position.
Yeah, just get on a situation like that where it's hung up like that, just get out of the way and let it roll and take what you get. And York's going to get it at the 34-yard line. 1st and 10 Dragons as we have 11 minutes and 5 seconds. York needs a good long sustained drive, take about 6 or 7 minutes off and then punch it in, and that would make it really tough on the Bees.
Yeah, that'd be a great thing by York, just make it a 2-possession ball game.
York, though, their drives that they've scored on has been really quick drives. They have hit some big plays tonight as now up will come the Dragons. Got one in motion. They're going to hand it off to Probst, and Probst goes straight ahead. Going to pick up a few, get about 4. Probst been the workhorse for the Dragons. What did we say he had at end of 3? He had 167, so he's looking at a 200-yard game. Heath Rexroad 143, so both those guys could get to the 200-yard mark.
Yeah, definitely, and now it's about 2nd and 5, and that's exactly what you want if you're York. Just take your time here. Just let that official raise up his hand, run your plays, and get a couple first downs. Take some time off this clock.
And make sure you hang on to the football. They're going to get to Probst again. He's going to come out the outside. He's going to drag one player still on his feet and dives ahead. He's going to get up to about the 47-yard line, and that will move the chains.
Just a great second effort there by Probst to kind of scurry around the ground for about 4 or 5 more yards.
So enough for the first down, and the Dragons got a 1st and 10 as they set at their own 57-yard line. As we said, the winner of this one stays in the hunt for one of those top 2 spots in the district. And if Sequatchie can hold on, York can hold on. That game's going to be huge when York goes down there in 2 weeks. Up will come the Dragons. They got a man in motion. They're going to get to Rexroad left side. Rexroad's got some running room. He's over midfield, and then he's pushed back as he gets right about the 49-yard line of Upperman. Going to make it 2nd and 7. York with a good run there.
Yeah, York just continually just playing their game and just pounding that football in.
As it will be now York with a 2nd and 7. And that's taking time off the clock. We're down to 9.5 minutes, and that's what you want to do if you're just going to run the clock down, run it down as far as you can, punch it in, and make it a 2-possession ball game.
That's what that wing team's designed to do.
And now they're going to have Rexroad over the left side. Rexroad's got some run. Who's going to break free again? Rexroad's going to go all the way. Touchdown, Dragons!
Just a great run by Rexroad. Good blocking, but he just split 2 defenders and turned on the Jets and got his 4th touchdown of the day.
And that's 49-yarder. That puts him right at 200 yards. That's going to make him 191 if my math's right.
Yeah, and 4 touchdowns, too. That's a big night for the senior.
That's true. A great night for the senior. On senior night, he is showing why these are some of the best seniors around. Now Johan West will try it again. Snap is down. The kick is up. The kick is good with 9:15 to go here in the ball game. It's now 34-24 York.
Hey, y'all. It's time to stop driving junk. Sharice here from Casey's Frontier Chevrolet. I'm sick of clunkers junking up our streets, so I'm on a mission to help you recover from your old ride. You could drive away for just $5 down. Has your credit been affected by bad judgment in the past? My For the People credit approval process is your road to recovery. You could drive home in a nicer, newer ride for just $5 down. I'm Sharice Sells, and I'm the dealer for the people. Visit us at kcchevy.com or see us at Casey's Frontier Chevrolet, the dealership in the cow pasture.
Credit at $5 down require bank credit approval.
Well, York now has a 10-point lead in Tanner. That's big that Johan able to get that one through, as that makes it a 2-possession game for a tie.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's like you said, extra point mattered a lot, and now Upperman's it's a 2-possession ball game, so they got to make something happen on offense here and hope to get the ball back and with enough time to stop the Dragons and win the game.
9:15 left to go. The one bad thing for York is they got that big play again, and that took very little time off the clock.
Yeah, but in the end, you got the points, but, I mean, I'll take it.
Oh, yeah. As now Probst's going to kick it away. And he's going to put it on the ground. Takes a big hop. Number 61 going to take it. He's going to go down at the 33. And that's what we said about the Upman just getting it and going down with it. He had some room. If he took off, he had a couple more yards at least.
Yeah, I don't blame him, though, for taking the, because Cole Cooper was running right down the field towards him, and he could have blew that play up real quick.
So Upperman now finds themselves in a 10-point hole, as they had York now. Tanner has rattled off 13 unanswered points since Upperman took their first lead.
Yeah, and now we'll see if this York defense can get another stop, because if York gets the ball back, they could really ice this game.
They need to really put some heat on McAllister too. They've not been after McAllister as much as second half. Now he's going to come out and he's going to go for all of it right off the bat. There's a man out there, and that's Cole Bush bringing it down all the way to about the 25-yard line. As another great play by Bush.
Yeah, it was. That was McAllister showing off his arm strength too, just airing it out. I mean, your cornerback's got to keep up.
And so now it's going to be at right about the 26. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Bees. And that, Tanner, if they can punch it in here, that's not a whole lot of time off the clock. We're still got 9 minutes to go, and it's still anybody's ball game.
If they do punch it in here, York, please bring some players up to catch the onside kick.
And it will be Upperman back as McAllister in the shotgun. Takes a snap. He's looking for the end zone. He's going for the end zone. Got a man out there. Going up. Did he come down with? No, got flag on York.
I didn't see that at all.
I didn't either.
They both jumped up and went after the ball.
As we saw Drake come over from the other side, York actually had the best shot at it. I don't understand that one. If they call that interference against York, that's going to be a tough, tough call right there. As it looked like York's man, Nathan Drake, come over, and he was playing center field.
I mean, Upperman's essentially run the same play every time now. They're just running their receivers vertically down the field and just throwing the ball up and just letting them make the catch.
So that's a big break for Upperman. That'll make it a 1st down for the Bees, and they're going to mark them. Let's see. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 11, so that's a tough one for York. As it'll be pass interference against the Dragons.
I didn't see that at all, though.
I didn't either, especially when Drake come over and knocked it away because the receiver had no chance in the world to catch that one. You got to be able to catch the ball. I mean, is how you get the interference. Now up will go McAllister, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. 12-yard run by McAllister, and we're brought back to a 3-point game if this extra point is good.
It's York defense just sleeping right now, Gary. They're just sleeping on the field, and it shows right there with an easy touchdown. They did not lay a hand on McAllister.
McAllister had a whole lot of room to run, and now it's back to a 30-34 game, and this is a big extra point for Street. They missed their last one as well. York blocked the last one. And Street will try to make this a 3-point game. And the snap is down. The kick is up. The kick is good as he drills it right down the middle. We got 8:46 to go, and we got a ball game. It's 34-31, York.
It's that time of the year again when temperature is dropping and folks are enjoying the crisp air. This means it's also time to schedule your fall maintenance. Before you ask your poor furnace to keep you warm all winter long, let our technicians come tune up your system for maximum performance. Call Condition Heating and Cooling, your Carrier factory authorized dealer, to save the most energy dollars all winter. Carrier, turn to the experts.
Condition Heating and Cooling.
Well, that one took about less than a minute off the clock. And that's what we said, Tanner. You get the lead. It's not safe when Upperman can go down and score that quick.
Yeah, it's not. And, I mean, York bringing their onside kick unit out now, thank goodness. But York's offense has to make another play here.
And with 8 minutes and something, you really don't need an onside kick.
No, you don't if you're Upperman, but I think I would definitely be prepared for it. And we got a final score. The Sequatchie holds on to defeat Smith County 25-21. Big win for Sequatchie County.
Yes, Sequatchie County, a big win. And that was at Smith County as well, so 25-21. And now the Smith County Owls have dropped 2 in a row since they played York. They've lost their last 2 games. And now it's going to be a little squib kick. That's going to hit in between and just die. And York's going to pick it up, and they're not going to get much of a return. Now springing free, and we got a flag on the play, so that's going to come back. As I think I've seen York with a block in the back there.
I think it's a block in the back.
And the worst thing, it was not around the area of the play either, so that may be backing York up even further. Now the Dragons really need a sustained drive. They need to take some time off the clock and score again.
Yeah, they do. I mean, it's just terrible penalties right there.
Whoever wins this game, though, is right back in the hunt, folks, for the district title, because you're talking about York still has a game with Sequatchie County. Upperman still has to play Sequatchie County as well. So whoever wins this one is going to have one loss when they meet Sequatchie County. And Sequatchie County is undefeated right now. They beat Smith County 9. Smith County falls into a tie for second place. And now York will come bring it up. They'll hand it off to Probst. Probst over the right side. Probst going to come back. Got some running room. Gets up on the 40 to 45. It's good hard running by the Beast. Gets them 15. And the Dragons get another first down.
Yeah, and it's a good tackle, too, by number 80 of Upperman. He's made a few good plays on Probst tonight, but good hard running. Just a good job by Probst.
And so it's 1st and 10 Dragons at their own 45-yard line. York needs to take some time off the clock and get another score. As we've seen Upperman, you don't have to give Upperman much time for them to get down the field.
Yeah, no, I mean, they took less than a minute off on that last drive.
So now up will come the Dragons with Lefeu under center. Lefeu fumbled the football, and it's on the ground. Did Upperman come up with it again? Then they did.
Oh, my.
York another turnover. Oh, York with their 3rd lost fumble of the night, and the Bees are in business, folks. They're at York's 45-yard line.
Just no discipline whatsoever on this football team right now.
So now it's going to be 1st and 10 for Upperman at York's 45-yard line. And we've got 8:07. Well, that makes memories of that Smith County game come back like a toothache.
Yeah, I get annoyed by hearing Butch Jones talk about discipline every week, but I'm seeing it unfold right here.
York with their 3rd fumble of the night. They've fumbled it 3 times. Upperman's fumbled it once. Coach Heron said he thought that would be the key to the game for Upperman, and it's going to turn out to be a definite key. And now the pass great play over there, great attempt by Upperman as they were trying to go to look like number 2, Mary, and Andrew Murdoch was right on top of him.
I think if Murdoch, number 2 just got kind of lost the ball because Murdoch's so tall and he jumped up and he just couldn't handle the football.
And it just got over the arms of Murdoch, but Marish couldn't hang on to it. So now it's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Bees. And York needs a good defensive stand here, but York's defense has been out there a long time in this second half.
They have. We'll see what these boys are made of, but I think York's the best conditioned team this year than they have been in a few years.
So now it's going to be a timeout called by Upperman. Timeout, they look a little discombobulated as we've got 8 minutes and tick left to go here in quarter number 4. It's a 34-31 York lead.
Streaming, surfing, and staying connected is more important than ever. You need a reliable broadband connection that moves as quickly as you do. Twin Lakes is here to get you and keep you totally connected with broadband speeds up to 1 gig. That's 1,000 megabits per second. Plus, the more you bundle, the more you save. To learn more, stop by any of their 7 local offices or visit them online at twlakes.coop.
Back here where York just turned the ball over, and Upperman now got a 2nd and 10, and you said that was their second timeout, so they only got 1 left, and Upperman here with a chance, if they can go down and score, they can either take the lead or tie this ball game.
Yeah, I mean, this is a big drive for this York defense here, and that timeout probably benefited York's defense because it allows them to rest up a little bit because they've been out here a lot tonight, but they need to make a play here. Somebody from York needs to step up and make a play.
And they're coming in talking to the officials, so maybe we've got a tackle eligible here on this one or something as they get up to talk to the official. And now Upperman will come up with a 2nd and 10. And a tight formation for the Bees as they get the snap. And McAllister going to shuffle pass, and that one went nowhere. York read that one well as bringing down was Josiah Hiddings, the jackhammer with another stop as he drops number 11 behind the line of scrimmage. He read that one all the way.
Yeah, Upperman trying to get a little fancy here with their play, but good job by Josiah sticking with it and making the tackle.
And if you get wrapped up by Josiah, you're not going to go anywhere, folks. He's not going to let you go as he makes sure that he gets the tackle. Now it's 3rd and 11 for the Bees. Snap back, McAllister looking. Now he's running for his life, and now he's dropped as York's approach wrapped him up, and then Headings knocked him down. And that's going to bring up 4th and long, and for the Bees, do you go for it here or do you go for the punt?
I think you have to punt it. Now, if he would have got a couple yards maybe, but this is about a 4th and 15 maybe. And so I just don't think you can.
And you got 7 minutes left to go, but I don't see the punt team coming out there.
That's a good job by York's defensive line, though. Thomas Cooper forced some pressure, and York's just collapsed on him. And
they're going for it. At your own 49-yard line, they're going to go for it.
If I was York, I might use the timeout here to get my defense ready for this.
As they'll snap, high snap, great play by McAllister. Just getting McAllister going to get hit as he raced the ball wide open. Number 11 dropped it. Oh, York got a prayer on that one, folks, as number 11 was wide open, and he would have had the easy first down. But he just could not hang on to it, and York's going to take a big, deep breath right there.
Yeah, York just caught their lucky break for the night right there. That was, number 11 right in his bread bat. He should have caught that football.
And nobody around him. He had some running room after he caught it. He would probably been into the end zone, but that big, big break for York, and that time coming around from the outside was the Dragons' Austin Johnson, and he just leveled McAllister when he caught the ball.
Big play for York, though.
And now it's going to be first and 10 for the Dragons at Upperman's 49-yard line. Now some clock needs to be ran as they get to Probst, and Probst run right ahead, gets up to the 45-yard line. He met somebody head on, and the one that he met got the worst end of it.
Yeah, just good hard running there by Probst, and just 3-4 yard runs. That's all you need right now if you're York.
And so now it's 2nd and 7 for the Dragons. York just needs to take some of this clock down because you're not safe, folks. If you leave Upperman 5 or 6 minutes to go, they're going to have it easy, can march it down the field. They can do it in less than a minute. And now Lefty waiting for the signal, and he will come up under center. Gets the snap, hands off to Rexroad. Rexroad going to cut through. Rexroad cuts back, and he's going to have the first down and more. Still on his feet, and Upperman tearing at the ball, trying to get it loose. But he's going to push all the way up to the 30-yard line.
Good hard running there by Rexroad. And good job by the York offensive line. Just get behind him, push him, getting him a few extra yards.
Needed 8, got 12, or got 18, so he got 10 more than he needed. And York's got a 1st and 10. And York with a first down, and you got to be careful when you're going for that extra yardage, and that's when they're tearing at the ball, ripping at it. And
yeah, if you're York, you put 2 hands on that football at all times right now.
So York's got it now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. And they'll come up, got a man in motion. They're going to give it to Probst, right side. Probst's going to get around the first guy, get him maybe a couple of yards. And I think Probst and Rexroad both right at 200 yards, I would say.
Yeah, I'd say that they both have over 200 yards now.
And York just been able to run the football. If they hadn't had those turnovers, this game could be over with by now.
Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty fair assessment.
So now it's going to be 2nd and 5 for the Dragons.
This is what York does, though. Their offense is designed to just pound the ball inside and just take time off the clock.
4:53 left to go. We're at 9:30, though. This game really going slow here in the second half. You better get to the radio station because you're going to have to do the news at 10. And now it's going to be a snap, going to be handed off to Probst over the right side. Probst got some running room. Got one man to beat, but he's brought down right at the 18-yard line.
Probst kind of outrun his blocker there, Dawson Threet. If he'd have let Threet make that block first, he probably could have had 6, but nonetheless, good run there.
And it's another first down, and more importantly, that clock keeps on ticking. Steve Miller Band would say tick, time on ticking into the future, and that's what the Dragons want.
Exactly.
We've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Score here with 4:25 left to go. Upperman down by 10. That's really going to put them in a bind.
Yeah, definitely.
Try to get that field goal kicker back out there for the tie.
Upperman has 1 timeout, too.
And they're going to head off to Rexroad. Rexroad trying to bounce outside. I start to say he got away from the first tackler, but number 4 wrangles him down all the way back to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, it's a good job by Upperman, defender there to drag Rexroad down. Rexroad's back got away from him, but good job by the Upperman defense.
3:53 left to go in the ball game.
It's not the second long situation, 2nd and 14, I think. That's not what you want if you're York.
So York now needs to get some yardage out of this one and make it just 3rd and short. It's 4-down territory here for the Dragons. Just, if nothing else, take time off the clock.
Yeah, definitely.
3:30 left to go here in the ball game. Lefty under center. Lefty going to get the snap. He's going to hand off Probst. Right side. Probst got a man in front. Probst is breaking free. Probst is in the end zone for a touchdown, Dragons.
Great job by the offensive line making room, and just a wonderful job by Probst to just run that football, run through those puny arm tackles, and getting a big touchdown.
21-yard run by Ethan Probst, and the Dragons now have taken back a 9-point lead, and more importantly, they have taken a lot of time off this clock, and the Upperman Bees now know what kind of shape they're in.
This extra point's huge right here.
Johan's got it down, got it up, and he's got it through. York with a lead now of 41-31 with 3 minutes and 19 seconds to play.
When it comes to a state representative, actions speak louder than words is Representative John Mark Wendell's motto. John Mark has been a majority floor leader, a member of the House Transportation, Agriculture, and Natural Resources Committees. Locally, he's been a leader in keeping state funding for York Institute, and if one of his constituents has a concern, then it's John Mark's too. So when it comes to state representatives, I guess actions do speak louder than words.
So now York with a 10-point lead in Tanner. More importantly, there's only 3:19 left to go here in the quarter. You got to, if I'm kicking off, I'm not going to kick it toward McAllister.
No, I either squib it up the middle to an Upman, or I just kick out of bounds and give him the ball 35.
Maybe, or if Probst can do it, Probst can kick it through the end zone. He needs one of those big kicks right now to make it a long field for the Bees. So York now with a 10-point lead. We know Sequatchie County beats Smith now, so Smith now with one loss in the district. York still to play Sequatchie County. Upperman still to play Sequatchie County. So whoever wins this one is going to be in shape to maybe get in that first number one spot. And there's a kick by Probst, and that one's a boomer all the way through the end zone. Good job by Probst, and it's going to be 1st and 10 Bees at the 20.
You called that one, Gary.
I knew he's got the leg for it. He definitely can kick the ball. When Probst wants to, he can put it through the end zone. He did it there, and now the Dragons see the Bees have 80 yards to go to get within one score.
Yeah, that's a big play, probably an underrated play by Probst there. Upper only has one timeout, and I think they'll do what they have been, just rolling out and throwing it up and just letting their wide receivers try to make a play.
If I'm York, I'm going to set somebody about 25 yards off the play. Just set the back there and swat the ball. Just tell them when the ball's thrown, you go to it. And now we're going to have timeout called by York. Timeout on the field. And timeout taken with 3:19 to go. Here in the ball game, York leads it 41-31.
When you shop at the big national pharmacy chains, your dollars go to Arkansas, Rhode Island, Illinois, Pennsylvania, or someplace else. But when you shop at MetaThrift Pharmacy, your money stays right here in our community, where it continues to benefit you and yours. There's no corporate board deciding how we treat our customers here at MetaThrift, so we're free to carry on our 70-year tradition of helping neighbors. Because at MetaThrift Pharmacy, we're truly independent.
Well, now we've got York having to take the timeout, and Tanner, Coach Wright, wasn't happy with whatever he saw.
He was not. He yanked that hat off, and he did not look happy. But I would rather York take a timeout here and not risk. They've got 3 and now 2, but I'd rather them take the timeout and not risk just making a mistake.
Now, I'd like to see somebody from York drop back and just kind of play center field at this point.
They're dropping Heath and Latham Drake back in kind of the cover 2.
Watch number 84 over here on this left side. That is Bush. And rolling down now, they're going to be a quick out, and that's going to pick up a couple of yards before he's pushed out of bounds.
I'm York. I'll take that every time.
Oh,
right
yeah.
Now.
Logan Cole now. That a minute ago, Logan Cole was the one that dropped that big play for Upperman that could have kept that drive alive. And
that might have been just a little confidence play there, and maybe just get him an easy pass, maybe get the offense back in some sort of rhythm.
But you only got 3:14, 4-yard pickups. York will give them up all the way down the field.
Yeah, definitely.
As now back up will come McAllister. McAllister likes to roll out.
They got 5 wideouts.
Now they'll snap it back to McAllister again. He's looking. He's going to throw one out to the corner, and that one's incomplete.
And he got drilled by Probst when he let go of that football.
And McAllister's took some shots tonight. This is 3rd and 7. This got to be 4-down territory for the Bees because they can't do anything else.
Yeah.
They need 2 scores. They've got to use both down, so they may try to get something short and try to get that first down before they worry about getting up the field.
Yeah, definitely.
So we got 3:09 left to go in the ball game. And don't forget, got Friday Night Thunder coming up at 10 o'clock, folks. Stick around for that. Dennis and the guys, we'll be talking to them here in a little while. as they'll tell us about the other games around the area. Now the snap back, it's to McAllister. He's looking. Now McAllister's running for his life, and he's going to chuck this one over here. And a good catch there by the Dragons, number 81. Good job there over the sideline. That's Mikey Whited. Way to go, Whited.
Good catch.
Whited jumped up there and skied for that one.
Hey, but good job by the York secondary there. They gave McAllister nowhere to throw that football.
That was more of a containment than anything. They were able to contain him, not able to allow the big pass, and that was what allowed York to get a little rush on him. He had to chuck it that time. So right here's your ball game, folks. It's 4th and 8 for the Bees. York gets it back here, and that's going to pretty well do it with 3 minutes to go in the ball game and leading by 10. So Upperman here with their last gasp. It'll be back to McAllister. He's rolling out. He's going to throw one down there. That one's going to be way overthrown as Murdoch had a better shot at that one, and the Dragons take over. 1st and 10 on the Upperman, looks like 24-yard line, and Tanner, that should seal the deal.
Yeah, I mean, if you're York right now, you just run, you grab that football and you hold on to it tight, and you do not let go of it and just run your offense, just run this time off.
Good job by the Dragons as they have it 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line. Just need to run this time out, and they will be in the hunt for that top spot in the district now, as they've got a big game looming in a couple of weeks down at Sequatchie County. Next week, of course, we're going to Wartburg for non-region action. As they'll hand it off to Probst. Probst over the right side, bounces off a couple of players, still on his feet, fights forward, breaks free, and still on his feet, all the way up to about the 10-yard line as the Beast is unleashed on that one. And he just, I thought he was down. I'm surprised that one whistle-happy official didn't call him down over.
I saw the pile and just see Probst running out of it.
Baseball has Charlie Hustle. We had Charlie Whistle here tonight as he was ready to blow that to a whistle again. And now York with a 1st and looks like goal from the 10-yard line.
And I see Upperman fans starting to roll out of here.
Yeah, they're starting to make that trek back to Baxter. And a big win for York. Now, Upperman, though, folks, is still not out. They've still got a chance to make the playoffs. They got to win one more game, and they've still got a lot of games to play. As they'll hand out Probst behind his blockers, going straight forward, gets up to about the 4-yard line. And the clock keeps on ticking. We're down to 2:15 left to go in the ball game. York was in a dogfight in this one, Tanner. They're going to know they've had a ball game here tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Upperman has fought beautifully tonight. And McAllister impressed me, though, more than anybody on Upperman.
So now it's going to be with just under 2 minutes. York probably not snap this one till under the 150 mark. They'll wait for the official behind them to give them the signal. And they'll see his hand come up, and that's when you got 5 seconds. That's when they'll snap the ball. As they'll give it off. No, they're going to give it off quickly to Probst, and Probst's going to bang straight ahead. Probst is at the goal line where it'll be 2nd and goal now. And this is senior night for York, so the seniors have had a great big night tonight.
They have. 3rd and goal here for the Dragons.
And we'll see what York can do. We're down to 1:16. Going to be about probably under a minute, I'd say under 70 seconds by the time they snap this one. As York will come up. And Lefevue under center. Takes snap, and he'll just go straight ahead. And Landrick Lefevue has a touchdown, Dragons!
Just a big push by the offensive line. That's just a simple quarterback sneak, but I'll take it.
And more importantly now, there's only 56.3 seconds left to go here in this one. And York can take a great, big, deep breath.
Yeah, they can. This is the first time in the ball game I think York just really feels in control because they're going to have a 17-point lead. And only 56 seconds left in the ball game.
And that's a little way too much to overcome as Johan West drills it through the uprights, and now it is York 47, Upperman 31.
Pizza Hut knows what every man, woman, and child wants. The best deal in delivery. And Pizza Hut has a large 2-topping oven-hot pizza for just $7.99 when you order online. It's the best pizza delivery deal. And now you can earn points on your order when you join Hut Rewards. It's that easy. Order online today from pizzahut.com and start earning those points. Because no one out-pizzas the Hut. Restrictions apply. See details at pizzahut.com/Hut Rewards. Click for this offer. Delivery minimums and fees may apply. Additional charge for extra cheese, stuffed crust, and additional toppings. Product availability, prices, participation, and delivery areas may vary. The delivery charge is not a driver tip.
Well, York now takes an even bigger lead, Tanner. They lead at 48-31, and they are definitely in command of this one.
Yeah, definitely, and that's just a good touchdown, good extra point there by Johan. Might I add, he's showing a lot of improvements in his kicking here tonight. He's been nailing these extra points, looking a lot better.
So now it's going to be York kicking off. And York on their way to their 4th win of the season, only 2 losses. As York going to kick this one off, and it's going to be up to the up man, and he drops it, picks it up to the 30, and then he is dropped back at the 31-yard line. York now has, or Upperman has the football, but not enough time really for anything here. Tanner, even if they could get a big hit on this one, it's still going to be a long, long way to go.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's only 50 seconds left in the ball game. It's a 17-point game, so I mean, I predict Upperman to throw the ball and try to do something, but I don't think it'll have much effect.
I don't either. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there.
And York dropping defenders back deep all the way to the 50-yard line now.
So York will just see Upperman come up. Upperman, snap back to McAllister, hands it off to the guy up front, and that is Metzberger, and he gets about 11 on the carry.
Good tackle there by Johan West.
York really just now can let, they don't care if they want to run it all night from this point.
Upperman just seems content to kind of...
I think Upperman is facing reality on this one. Reality, as the movie says, reality bites him. It definitely bites.
We're down under 30 seconds now.
And now the handoff this time is Metzberger again, and make that number 8 on the run this time. That is Bilbrey. Bilbrey with the run. York's ground game has just been phenomenal here tonight.
It has. I mean, they've ran that football all night long, and if it wasn't for the turnovers, I mean, this would have been a rout of a football game.
So now up will come the Dragons, and we are at 9:44 left in the time as far as time-wise tonight. Headed toward the 10 o'clock hour and Friday Night Thunder. And now the Bees just going to let the clock run out. They're not even going to snap it. That's your ball game. Upperman, that's the time run out as York wins it here tonight. Your final 48-31 back in 2 minutes.
Some signs can make your day easier, like the ones you see on the road. Other signs can help save your life, like the warning signs of a heart attack. For women, common signs can include jaw pain, nausea, and dizziness. And some women may experience a heart attack without feeling chest pain. If you experience the signs of a heart attack, get to an emergency room fast. Call 911 and know that at Tenova Healthcare, we're here to help when you need us.
He's on the 30. He's on the 20. He's on the 10. It's a touchdown.
There's nothing like football. The lights, the cheers of the crowd, and getting a chance to see our local athletes and kids give it all they've got. Come to a game. Support our local schools. Upper Cumberland Federal Credit Union, a better way to bank. Federally insured by NCUA. Online at ucfcu.org.
The night just started, and your candy bowl is quickly emptying. What happens if you run out and those sweet trick-or-treaters turn on you? Are you ready? With a premium 2-gig kit from Twin Lake Security, we'll get you everything you need to guard your home if those sweet trick-or-treaters turn sour. Our 2-gig kit includes an interior siren, motion detector, door or window sensors, and more. Plus, monitoring starts at just $24.99 per month. Godspeed, Halloween door opener. We're here for you. To learn more, stop by any of our 7 local offices or visit us online at twlakes.coop. T insert number C-0026.
And back here where York comes away with a big win here tonight. The Dragons take out Upperman by a final of 48-31, 48-31. York with the win, and a big win over Upperman. It keeps York now in the hunt for one of those top 2 spots. More importantly, that win by Sequatchie County leaves that number 1 spot wide open, folks, and will depend on what happens 2 weeks from tonight when York travels to Upperman travels to Sequatchie County for a big matchup. Welcome to the Progressive Postgame Show. We're going to take a time out, and then we'll be back in just a moment with more from tonight's game.
Cheer this year for all our school teams and activities. Get behind our local schools. Join the parent-teachers group and help improve the quality of education. Sponsor school activities. Go to a ball game, hear a concert, reach higher. Progressive Savings Bank, insured by FDIC.
Everything we do, it's true. We do for you.
Well, the York Dragons with a great big win here tonight. York with 533 yards rushing tonight to Upperman's 114, passing Upperman 215 to York 7, so they definitely threw the ball a whole lot more than York. You had Probst with 257 yards, Rexroth with 205, 67 for Lefeview, while Upperman was led by Donovan McAllister with 61 rushing yards. Passing, McAllister had 215 yards passing, while York had only 7 for Lefeview. But great night for the Dragons, as the big gun of the night was Rexroth with 4 touchdown runs. York with 3 turnovers, though could have been costly as Upperman and York battle, and then York finally pulls away and takes a huge win tonight over the Upperman Bees. Don't forget, we've got more coming up here in just a few moments. We'll have the Friday Night Thunder coming up at 10 o'clock here on WDEB, as we're going to take another time out, and then we'll be back. Hopefully get to talk with Coach Derwin Wright before we head out of here, as we get set for York to go next week to Wartburg for a 6:30 start. That's going to be an early start over at Wartburg at 6:30, so make note of that. We'll have that one for you here on WDEB. Don't go away. We'll be back with more in just a moment.
Cheer this year for all our school teams and activities. Get behind our local schools. Join the parent-teachers group and help improve the quality of education. Sponsor school activities. Go to a ball game, hear a concert, reach higher. Progressive Savings Bank, insured by FDIC.
Everything we do, it's true. We do for you.
And back here where the York Dragons with a huge win here tonight. We're going to have to wrap it up from here tonight. I want to thank our sponsors for our live broadcast. We'll talk with Coach Derwin Wright on Monday on the Friday, or on the Derwin Wright Sports Show. Until then, for 15104 Sports, I'm Gary Clark. See you at the game.